Hello? Hello? Hi. Okay, hold on. We're gonna go right into this place, and then I'm gonna unmute myself, and we're gonna say hi.
Oh god, I'm on call.
We're gonna say hi.
Hello, everyone. It's Scrungle, the Citricos.
It is. That's what you are. That is what you are.
I've come to terms with the fact that if I'm not in charge, I don't know how to start these things.
That's okay.
Now I understand. Now I understand any guest I've ever had feels, where they're like, "Oh,
yeah.
Oh, what do I say here?" I'm like, "Wow,
say
I should
hi.
really
Introduce yourself."
Oh yeah, hello, I'm Citricos. I am a Scrungle right now, but usually a space dog boy VTuber, have crystals, you know, the whole tarot card things. The thing all VTubers have, schizophrenia with their designs.
Oh yeah.
You know, not all of us could be like, I'm just gonna be a secretary that dresses like a maid.
Okay, hey, I can be a secretary if I want to. Sometimes I don't. Also, thank you, Lisa, for the sub. Thank you. 5 months, wow. 5 months, yippee. Also, hi everyone, hello. Also, hi my love. Yippee. Yeah,
Oh
what
my
do you
God.
stream? I want to get a good introduction of you, you know?
Currently, I have just fully dedicated myself to being a Pokemon streamer because I forget that I had autism as a kid, so Pokemon is now my hyperfixation for the rest of my life. You know?
Yeah, that's fair.
That's just how it goes. You pick
how it
one as a
goes.
kid and you just carry on with it.
Yeah.
All right. Sky decided not to do any paperwork, so now she's just a bad secretary. That's how it works.
No, I'm great at paperwork. I love paperwork. Thank you, Crazy. Yes, we are a secretary now. Yeah, see, so I'm fitting. See, I'm in my position. I got the right look. Everything's right.
When was the last time you touched paperwork?
Oh my god, for real?
Was it for the house?
Genuinely, I think I had paperwork, like I did paperwork for when I was in university, I think, most likely. So when I was in
Wait.
school, yeah.
I just realized, did your parents do the paperwork for the apartment?
I didn't have paperwork for my apartment. I had online
Oh.
work. I had online paperwork. So that's not real paperwork. If you're talking about like physically paperwork, I did fill out my forms for my lease and everything, but like not like I didn't fill out a form physically. Oh wait, no, I lied. I did. No wait, my mom did that. Never mind.
Let's go,
My
Mama
mom-
Sky.
Yeah, it was my
Biggest
dentist
fan here.
appointment. My mom filled out my form for me, so I didn't even fill it out. And attention when you open ears open. Yeah, I hear everything. We're gonna be hearing so much. We're gonna be. Are you so excited for this topic?
I'm thinking about the last time I did paperwork, and it's literally when my face went half frozen.
Oh my god, I forgot that happened to you.
That was a crazy time. And
Oh my
no
God, I
one
remember.
noticed. No one noticed in my
Isn't
life.
that kind of an overall benefit that no one noticed? Isn't that kind of good?
I mean, it's good. I just, very, it was like that for like 3 days before someone said something to me.
Yeah, that's fair. Okay, all right. First of all, I hope you have a cup of tea with you because I actually have one physically. Do you have any tea?
I do have.
You do? What is it? What is it?
I just make myself a London fog all the time because I
Oh.
like sweet treats.
Oh, that's so nice. Oh my god, how do you make a London fog?
It is black tea, specifically, usually English breakfast, I think, or
Yeah.
something else, some type of black tea. All right, and then it is basically make it how you make regular tea. Add half milk to it, and then some vanilla flavoring to it as well. Syrups to it.
Ooh,
And that basically gets you a London
fancy.
fog.
that sounds like very good actually. I have raspberry tea. I gotta buy new tea. I gotta go out to like a grocery store and get some like new teas for myself. I have nothing super fancy. That's been like my go-to tea before stream because it has no caffeine in it, so I don't have to worry about it.
I don't understand like fruity teas.
No, I don't either.
True-
I don't either.
Truly and deeply. You're drinking raspberry tea.
I know, it's juice to me, but it's the only like non-caffeinated drink I have in my house that's warm. So I don't really like it's I've always had this take about it, but I think fruit teas are juice and that's totally fine. If I come to your house and I ask for tea and you give me a fruit tea, I will leave. Because that's not tea. That's not tea.
In my head, what tea is, it has to be like it has to either be a morning pickup with the caffeine, or it has to be like a sweet little treat you eat with like desserts with it.
Yeah, that's fair.
Gracious.
Yeah.
That's all I can have.
Yeah, but yeah, okay. So, 2 things. 1, do you notice the little treats I drew for you? Do you like the little treats I drew?
I have been looking at the little treats, and I'm seeing purple treats, and I have questions to you.
It's because I have to rage you every day of my life. I have to make you mad at me.
This is what you expect from me right now.
Yeah.
This is what you see me as.
That's a high frostbite welcome. Oh, yes, we're swing today, hopefully.
And I hate that.
Let me
be my little orange scrungle.
I'm sorry. You didn't think about updating yourself on Twitter or anything, so I have to show you the ways of you have to actually use social media, you know? Once in your life. You have to use social media.
Every time I'm reminded is like, oh yeah, I'm not actually trying that hard. I should be trying way harder.
You should just be using social media to at least a small extent. Just a small extent, but you use it like you don't even go on it ever. I feel like I never see you do anything.
I'm anti-social media.
I mean, that's
the most
fine.
I do is get on it and repost your stuff. I'm like, oh, this guy's doing something cool. Let me repost that.
I appreciate that, but you also need to.
Yeah, I got you.
You got to be online too for yourself. Yeah. Because we're great friends. How do we become friends?
How do we become friends?
Yeah.
Not by your choice at all. Let that be known. I think that like joke is like, oh, every introvert has a bunch of friends that are just extroverts that took them over. I think that's your entire streaming career. Yeah. You're just like an introverted streamer, and all your friends that you've made are just extroverts who are like, I'm gonna pick you up and now you're my friend.
That's fair.
For me, it was literally
also,
seeing you be the most insane person with your schedule.
Yeah.
To the point of poor health for you in the future. Let that be known.
Yeah.
Let that be known.
Yeah. I used to stream every day and then also draw every single day, constantly. And I died.
Did commissions every single day.
I died.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All that. And then I just messaged you and just sent you a picture. A picture of the Energizer Bunny.
Mm-hmm.
But the Energizer Bunny is with your face on it.
It was a really funny thing. I've no one's ever done that for me before, so I was like, oh my god. It was so funny. It was so funny. Let's go with something. Yeah, I was on something else as a person. I was truly, it was a choice that I made. So why do you out of curiosity, why do you think we ended up being like actually good friends? Because in most cases, right, like you would send a message to somebody and then like they were like not much would come out of it being like a friendship. Like it would just be like, a one-off thing, and then like it wouldn't like continue.
Us specifically?
Mm-hmm.
Like I said, I feel like you had no choice in our friendship. I feel like this was solely a me thing where I decided, you know what, I'm gonna be friends with this person. And I forced it into existence. You hear that, everyone? Just annoy people enough and they'll be your friends for sure.
Do you think that you have to, like, in a friendship, it has to be, like, in terms of, like, a one-on-one friendship, one has to be kind of the pursuer in terms of it being, like, driven by somebody else's intention, and then, like, the other one can kind of either be, like, less intentional but still, like, responding positively? Or do you think that there has to be a dynamic that has to happen?
So for streamers, it's become a thing. The way I started streaming a lot more was doing a lot more collab events. So I did a bunch of game shows. I had Sky on one. I think you won one at one point. I don't even know.
I don't remember.
I had her on one where she just drinks and stuff. That was a fun one. And when doing the game shows, I had to invite a lot of people, and I don't want to have the same people over and over again. I want to meet new people while doing these shows. Anyways, I ended up inviting people I had no clue about. Like, I didn't actually know them at all. I knew them because someone informed me about them and told me I would get along with them well.
Yeah,
I was like, perfect. And doing that, I met a lot of people who I would interact with immediately through me showing like my game show personality, where I was very bombastic, very charismatic about it. And I would like force that on, like I said, I'm a person who forces my personality onto people. And and with everyone, it always depended on how they reacted. I had one person who like, that was it. That they went on the show, they talked to me for a bit, and that was done for. And then I've had another person on the show like fall in love with me, and that was weird. That was like a weird situation. I didn't even know about that.
Okay.
And like, it was like a weird point where I felt like I was being a streamer to the guests, because I was. Like,
yeah.
So it became a point where like how I would talk to these people outside of it would be a very situational, base by base cases, where if I had a good connection with them right away, I'd be like, okay, this is someone I would want to like continue to be friends with and continue to, not because like I didn't think all the people were cool, just because, you know, in order to make friends, making the friend part is solely based off of like the quick connections you can make with someone early on. Because we're all busy doing like IRL stuff, and streaming is usually a part-time hobby for most people. So it can't just be like, oh, I'm gonna take this over.
Yeah, I agree. I think also it's like kind of, I was gonna say that like with streaming, it's such a chemistry thing too, and like you kind of have to be able to like right off the bat feel that energy with somebody else very quickly, and like because of that, sometimes friends, like even if you try to like kind of not force a relationship or a friendship, it might just not end up working out, because it's just like the chemistry unfortunately isn't going to be there. Like you guys aren't going to click as quickly as you're gonna like want to click, and like it just might not work. And also I agree with like sometimes people, when they want to be your friend in streaming wise, if they view you like you are like so like cool and fancy and like whatever, you get put in this weird pedestal that like you can never come down from and be friends with them ever, because like you now feel this like weird like gap between like how that person views you and how they view themselves, and like it's so difficult to interact with someone who's like, oh my god, you're so cool and fun, and like, oh my god, and it's like, I'm just a person, I'm just a human being, like. And I think it's weird because like it happens with other streamers where I'm like, you should be aware how weird it is to interact with someone who like is treating you like you are a very different person than you actually are. It's very like hard to create a proper friendship when that is like the like dynamic that you're already baseline setting with somebody else. So like when someone like talks to me and they're very normal about it, I feel like I'm like much more like at ease with like being their friend and being comfortable with them.
I 100% think about that, because like it's the big streamer famous like micro celebrity issue where like a streamer with like 100 views of concurrent viewers, like they're just a person. They're just a person. But the way like numbers are looked at on a streaming basis, it makes it so hard to be looked at as a person once once the dynamic of streamer and viewer become a thing. It becomes a weird like barrier for like, oh, I can't, this person's not treating me like a person, they're treating me like a and it gets harder and harder for like people who are viewers of you like you to be like become super close friends. Like they're nice good acquaintances, some of them, but like going past the acquaintance part, it becomes a really weird when like you've told stories about like your kindergarten self getting food stolen from them, and they know all that about you, and you know their username and not much else, and you're like,
that is a very like the dynamic is not real. It's like similar in not exactly the same, but like a power dynamic between like a rock star and like their groupie basically.
And then when and it just becomes weirder when like, that's why like instant chemistry, like quick chemistry with someone is so important when you're like first talking to a streamer. Which is why I like the game shows, because it like forced a type of energy of them having to like have not do improv, but like throw out some
Yeah,
thoughts of
you
like,
get like a very
be, like,
genuine.
quick-witted
Yeah.
and put them in comfortable situations that they're not sure how it would go, essentially.
Yeah.
For themselves. So
I
I'm like,
agree.
okay, this is what I can see how you react towards like my banter and all that stuff.
Yeah.
I'm like, even if I calm it down, I know I'll be able to joke like this or that is
Yeah,
one of
yeah,
the most important parts. So when I sent you that message and then I just saw how you react, I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna mess with this person. I'm gonna keep messing with. So my initial message, that was just a fishing line. I'm like, I'm gonna get her. I'm gonna get her. Let's see how she reacts to this. You see that, you just start, you just laugh about that. And I just make fun of you for the next month. And I'm like, yeah, no.
It's for the next forever, you mean? For the next forever.
Whoa. I had like a good 4 months of being
You were
the
nice to me for,
nicest
you
person.
were nice to me for a little bit. I appreciated that.
I was the kindest person.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's, have you ever seen that like meme video? It's like me, the lesbian, my gay best friend defending each other. It's like,
oh, yeah. I have.
He likes when we both talk about boobs together. It's like,
yeah.
I became that friend with you for a good 4 months.
I feel bad for anybody that enters the internet personality status. I would agree. Yeah, it is like, I think for like maybe smaller streamers, it's less of a difficulty issue because like you're not like someone who has to like worry about people talking to you for like a specific reason. But I do think that the more viewership and the more connections you get, the more it's like, why are people talking to me and how are they going to interact with me? I'm gonna go through comments.
No, you go through comments. I was gonna say, I think one of the hardest parts like is you want to be like social in your Discord.
Yeah.
But like the Discord is the place where you are the reason things are there.
Yeah.
So it feels like you're even more, you want to be like, oh, I want to be friendly with everyone. I want to be friends with everyone. But at the same time, it feels like, oh, I'm the point of this place. This is awkward now. I'm like,
yeah.
It feels like a zoo,
basically.
You, but yeah. Being in voice calls is so awkward in the public voice call because it's like, it feels like people are actively fighting for your attention in said voice calls when you're just like, hey, dude, there's like 20 people in here.
Yeah. It feels less like a group of friends and more like everyone is like the one mutual friend is only there and that's what everyone is trying to talk to and not like to each other, which is kind of difficult to be around. But yeah, I think it's hard for some people to befriend other people. One, because some people have altered personalities when streaming, and two, because people treat their channel as a business and other as a competition. That is true. Ludwig said some stuff about that I think recently. He claims that he won't talk to 95% of streamers after he retires. That's yeah. Ludwig and Mr. Beast are both examples of business type streamers. I would, I mean, yeah.
I think that makes sense. Not because
they are.
Like,
it is a business for them at that point, though. Like it is like their livelihood.
I think that makes sense. Not because like it's like, oh, 95% of like I'm not actually friends with 95% of people, but like you're not. Yeah. You're like almost your mid-20s at this point. You know, some of your friends have had, or some of the people you knew in high school are having kids.
Yeah.
And you're like, oh, that's insane. And it's like, they're not going to be talking to like 95% of their friends they had prior to the kid because they're just going to have a kid now.
Yeah.
And, like,
dynamics going to be different
like,
as you get older and things happen to you.
Yeah. Like, so like Ludwig being like, I'm not going to talk to 95% of streamers. That just makes sense. You know, you're just not going to talk to 95% of people after you make a huge life change. That doesn't put you like, I don't talk to 95% of my coworkers that I had for like multiple years of my life. Yeah. Because I didn't like them.
Just because it's not the dynamic anymore. It's just not there anymore.
A place where I see them 24/7 anymore.
Yeah.
Set day schedules. I'm just like, okay. It's just a thing. Yeah.
Yeah.
Where I don't think it's like that big of a, oh, he said that. It's more like a, yeah, that makes sense. Yeah.
I mean, I don't talk to like anyone from my high school, like ever. There's like one person that I'm still friends with, and that's just like the single person that I know. So
well, if they knew you in high school, they knew some weird.
They knew like, a lot of things about me. Yeah.
Goblin person that you don't want anyone to know about.
Lucky, that is why it was very normal talking to Anto, a Genshin streamer who was willing my account like I treated him like a person and not this idolized streamer. Yeah, it's a good thing to do that with a lot of people, I think. It's actually a nice stream to pop into. I'm friends with a lot of people who have been excommunicated from various communities for XY reasons, myself included. I'm glad. We're talking about some interesting things today. Well, not interesting. I mean, I guess like it's like integral to just streaming life, I think. Being like connections with people and talking and having friendships and stuff like that. Because it's like a very, like everyone wants to like, I think, make friends, especially in like what they do for fun or if like as a ideal like you know, career. So it's like, it's definitely something that I think about a lot, I think, because I'm a pretty, as mentioned, I'm a pretty introverted person. I don't talk to a lot of people in my daily life.
You do not?
No, I do not. I kind of keep to myself a lot. It's just like, that's what my social battery is like. So it's kind of like, I have a hard time making like really good friends with people. I do try to reach out to some people here and there, but it is like something that I personally struggle with because I'm a very individual person. Hell yeah, I hate talking to people. It's just like it's like my social battery is so low. I unfortunately have like a very minimal, so like my bandwidth for like hanging out with people, talking to people, and like keeping up with people is very, very small. Hold on. I like I try to see and treat everyone like an actual person, not the streamer. Friend groups are just like Fortnite smaller the circle gets, the better the people are. That is hilarious, but not false. Not false. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. So why do you think overall it's hard though? Like what is the thing that you think is difficult? Like because like people have like, you know, people make friends in like other things like clubs and like cafes, and they go out to like certain like events and they make friends pretty easily. Why do you think it's like streaming that is like a tough group of people to make friends with?
Why are streamers streaming? I think streaming specifically becomes a tough crowd because you either you have your own social life, like I said, and because of that, you can't just always bug someone. Not everyone can be like you and Babu on FaceTime 24/7. Okay. You only have so much time for one person like that, okay? It's like, that's just the case. I'm actually trying to wait for 50 more seconds when ad starts, so people who aren't subbed can't hear my answer, okay?
That's crazy, you're stalling for the hot answer. That's wild.
In order to get a full answer from Citricos, you have to be subbed to Sky. That is the rule of me. I'm the biggest Sky supporter, and I need everyone to subscribe.
I also forgot, because you're a mod, you can see the exact time that the ads will play.
I can see the exact time until 20 seconds, everyone.
Exactly.
20 seconds to sub right now. I don't know how much delay Sky has, or if Sky has any delay at all. 20 seconds.
It's crazy.
No, so...
Yeah, you're gonna actually wait?
Yeah, I'm actually gonna wait. Yeah, I'm actually gonna wait. I was gonna start saying something, but no, I think it's way more funny to have it done. Okay.
Oh my god.
To make an actual friend, you have to spend a lot of time on them, essentially.
Mm-hmm.
And you meet so many people in VTubing. It's so hard to give everyone the time it needs to be a friend.
Yeah.
Like a real close friend. So a lot of friendships are made on streaming through like very quick quick interactions that make you be like, I have good chemistry with this person. This person makes me laugh very easily. It's instant. I didn't have to work on it. And that's what I feel like, that's how you and me became friends. It was an image.
Yeah.
I showed you.
Yeah.
You laughed at it, and then I bugged you a little bit more and on the occasion, and it was like,
yeah.
Oh, I can tell this person and I have good chemistry, and that I am not uncomfortable. Like, I am not uncomfortable with said person.
Yeah.
I feel like that's a big thing for like women streamers, like where like they have to not on top of like being like, oh, it's hard for me to make friends. They have to be like, oh, is this guy a weirdo? Well, for guy streamers, it's just like, hey, gabagool, I'm an Italian streamer now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know?
So
that's fair.
I think that's a question I want to ask, is like, you are a woman.
I am.
With a very nice voice.
I am a woman.
With a very nice voice.
Yeah.
And because of that, you'll just have certain people come onto the stream for said fact, and then go into your DMs for said fact. Are you like, it's just dealing with this for so long. You're just like, oh yeah, this guy's being a little weird. This guy's being too much. This guy sent me a picture, my face with on the Energizer Bunny. That's funny.
Yeah, that's fair. It's very funny because the question that Vixray specifically wanted me to ask you, which I'll ask right after I answer your question, is related to this topic.
All right.
So, well, ma'am, are you aware that you're a bunny? Yes, that is me. That's me. That is, I don't know.
That's literally what I hit you with. Are you aware this is you?
Yeah.
This is you in this image?
Yeah, so I think I've talked to you this about before, but I guess I've not talked about it on stream like directly. When I started VTubing, there was like, it's so funny. It's like when you're a new kid in school, and everyone is like, oh my god, you're a person, and then they're like super interested in you. So like for the first like couple of months of my streaming time, I was not bombarded, but I had a lot more like male directed attention towards me in terms of like trying to get to know me and like ask me questions, get really comfortable, like try to be basically forcing their way past my boundaries very quickly to be like friends with me very, very suddenly. And I was like, oh, okay. I will say that as you like stream for longer and people know you and you kind of like have a specific like not reputation, but like once your like dynamic is established, like I think I was talking to A4 Love Letter like a couple days ago about it, but like I think the personality that I kind of tend to have for people is like I'm very like older sibling / mentor-y energy. So people will compliment me mostly during stream time and they'll be like, you know, especially if they're like a newer viewer or whatever. But I do nowadays rarely have anyone be weird with me. Thankfully. It is not as a recent thing, but I have definitely people, when I started streaming, was a very, very different environment in terms of like how people would interact with me. And also like, I think when I was, when I started streaming, I also...
You let things slide?
Well, yeah. That was the case, as well as like I just didn't know what personality I had. Like I wasn't like super confident in streaming yet, and I was very nervous about it. So like I was just kind of like people, fun, yay, and I just like didn't have a secure like sense of who I was and like what I wanted to do for streaming and what I enjoyed doing in streaming. So it was a lot easier for people to kind of be a bit more not pushy, but like encroach on certain boundaries faster than I maybe would have liked them to have done, you know? So that was like a little bit of a thing. I am thankful that people aren't overly weird with me nowadays. At least I haven't had one in a while, I don't think. So that's, yeah. But yes, I have definitely had encountered that before in general. I don't know, I
think one of the funniest things about all this was when you were explaining like you and I talking and how like people look at you as like mentor / like older sibling / like some type of figure of authority or like you're a carrying authority. I think about that and I see you and I was like, what is everyone looking at here? This guy, this dude's that person you met in like the band room and you're talking to them and you're like, that's a weird dude right there.
Hey man,
I like that dude. You see them in the corner of the band room and you're like, huh? Hey dude, what are you doing over there? Come on!
Well, that's because you know me. People who don't know me, like, can you imagine, like, the person that basically is doing work all the time, constantly doesn't talk to anybody else, is in her own space 24/7? I have a very different personality to how people, like someone who like, either hangs out on my streams often or, like, talks to me often. That personality is very different from what someone who doesn't know anything about me at all. Like, if you just see me, I'm basically working 24/7. I talk to a select few people. I'm just kind of like in my own space almost like all the time, which I think is also why it's hard for me to make friends a lot, because that's just part of my personality. I just kind of don't exist. But before we get off topic, I want to ask this question. This is from Brixray.
All right.
Why do you think people treat VTubing as Tinder?
Oh God, I've thought about this for ages. And I think it's men's fault. I truly and deeply believe it's always going to be men's fault. Hey Moon Moon. The true deep issue is always going to be with stuff like Valorant, with stuff like Overwatch, basically any form where there is a community where you all like the same thing, it will devolve into essentially social media trying to date someone in said group of that thing. Where in Valorant and Overwatch, it's like more condensed because there's so few women on the mic, essentially.
Yeah.
But now in VTubing, it has this, there's still a same social currency, like in Valorant and stuff, that's being plat, being diamond, League of Legends, you know, if you're diamond, you can get the girls in League of Legends.
Yeah, that's how it works.
That's how it works, right? But in VTubing now, it's like, oh, if you have big number, you can talk to girl VTuber with smaller number because you are. And so like, I think it's a case of like, from the outside looking in, you're gonna get a bunch of gross men viewing this, seeing that, and being like, oh, they'll have a reason to talk to me because I have number bigger, number better person, you know, that type of mentality. And now I can use that as my way to talk to women, because apparently I'm a loser who can't talk to women normally in any form. It's like it's the same thing, but now it's like VTubing forces you to, like, VTubing is the thing that forces you to communicate with other people. Does that make any sense? Like, being a VTuber is a very collaborative thing. You're talking to chat all the time. Ways you get like certain growth spurts is by communicating outside of your own circle of streams. So like, you have incentive to talk to someone.
Yeah.
So now you have weird, gross men who, you know, are like, oh, I have 20 viewers. I'm going to talk to this other person with 20 viewers, and they have an incentive to talk to me. So I'm going to use this as like a Tinder situation instead of actual like, hey, I'm going to be cool. Yeah. Cool and smart with my my interactions with humans.
Do you think that, like, part of it, as you mentioned, so thank you for this thank you, Terrified, I appreciate it. It hasn't played audibly, but it's there, I promise. It should have played. Oh, there it is, it's going soon, hopefully, in a second. Yeah, there we go. Thank you. What is it called? Yeah. Do you think that part of it, including, like, because you mentioned that it's, like loser kids. Do you think part of it is also, like, most people who VTube are probably people who didn't do super well communicating and making connections with people in real life. So it's like, both with like relationships and like friendships, they are like not maybe the best when it comes to like the whole social aspect of it.
I used to not think that fully.
Yeah?
Mainly because like VTubing felt like such a broad thing when I first got into it. Like, it was such a super simple and easy thing to get into, and the biggest click was, do you have a live 2D or do you have a PNG model? That was like the biggest click thing when I first started VTubing. But then all the Google Docs started coming out, and then I realized this is just, you've been to anime conventions, right?
Oh yeah.
It just becomes high school all over again. It's just another form of high school in a different group with different hot girls, different not hot guys, essentially, is what it's. I realized it became, you know? Where, oh, hey, Kiko.
Hello, thank you for the raid. Welcome. We are chatting, but I hope you had a good stream. Please go do your after stream, go get some food and water and do things that you gotta do after your stream, but everyone's welcome to hang out if you want to. We are talking about friendships, relationships, and boundaries in streaming, but right now we're talking about why is VTubing being treated as Tinder, but
and it's all the fault of loser people who did not know how to socialize in high school, so now they treat this as their second chance.
Yeah, but welcome in. I hope you had a good stream. Yeah, I think part of it too is that and not in like a way that I'm, how do I say it without being like rude about it? I think
I was just rude with it.
Thank you for following, Kiko. Thank you. Streamer Sun, that's good. There is a certain air about, especially specifically VTubing, content-wise, that a lot of people have a more, like, 18 plus energy. And I think that leads people to believe that they can maybe interact with people in a way that they probably shouldn't, like, treat a human being in real life normally.
I forgot about
and that's that's I think also part of it, where people are like, oh, like they're kind of sexual online, that means that I can maybe push my boundaries with them and then maybe, like, you know, get into a relationship or whatever. And I'm like, I don't know about that.
That's a really good point, because I also forgot about one very specific fact that recently I've made it a constant thought where I've become
Yoka.
less sexualized than when I first started streaming.
You were sexualized when you were streaming before?
I wasn't like I said, I had people had people hitting on me during my early starting stream. That was a weird time for me.
That's not because I'm being mean to you, but that just the energy you put out is not the energy that I would imagine for that type of interaction.
I agree. I 1000% agree. But I would like, if someone would make a sexual joke, I'd continue on with it, just because I don't like killing bits like that, essentially.
You gotta keep it going. You gotta keep the bit going.
I gotta keep the bit going, you know? What's the point? So when I stopped doing that, I forgot, like, I avoided, like, streamers who would be more sexual. I've basically come to terms with all the streamers I watch now are comfy cozy streamers or like absolute gremlins. Like, yeah, is the realm of possibilities for me. And it made me forget that a lot of the times I would have people just go into my DMs and like try continuing a joke I said on stream, where I'm like, hey, I'm not, that's not where I was, hey, I get it, but also I know nothing about you except your username.
Yeah.
And I was just like, I understand I made this joke and that's my fault for letting it seem like this is an okay thing to talk to me normally about. In reality,
I don't think it's on you inherently though for that. I think some people just don't know what it means to like what a boundary is and like when a joke is over, unfortunately.
This also happened because like I'm gonna keep on airing out dirty laundry because this is what this has become for me. Tea time is tea time.
I mean, it is tea time. Okay? It is tea
time now.
Yeah.
Okay. There was like a joke made like on one of my streams about me being pegged. Okay.
Oh, okay.
And like I'm just gonna go with that. I don't care. I'm not gonna get pegged actually.
Okay.
Yeah, she's not gonna actually peg me. All right. And I'm just such in streamer brain mode where I'm like, I have to continue the bit.
You gotta continue.
I can't kill the vibe. I have to, whatever. I don't really care about this situation. I had someone from my like IRL life watching my stream during that moment, and they're like, "You're kind of like a flirt on your stream." I'm like, "What?" Like, yeah, you were like talking all sexual with that person. I'm like, oh
no.
No. And I was like, really? They're like, yeah, like really, like dirty too. I was like,
uh-oh.
And it made me like at that point I had like a quick like split in my brain where I'm like, oh, I have been acting very different on stream than in reality, because in reality I'm I talk like a normal person. I'm not gonna be making jokes about me being pegged unless I'm like with super close friends, guy friends that like whatever happens between us. All right.
What does that mean? Hello?
It means if I ever see Tony in real life, I'm kissing him, okay? I ever see Tony in real life, I'm kissing him.
Hey man, you can do that. That's on you, buddy. You can do whatever you want.
But yeah, it's just like the casual way I would talk to someone was not the casual way I would talk to someone on stream.
Uh-huh.
And then after I stopped that, I stopped getting a lot of people DMing me for stuff, which like was kind of bumming me out because that also
so no
defaulted
worries.
to
have a good time.
Less viewership, but also was a lot healthier for me not having such a big split in my way I talk to people in person to off street. Yeah, all that stuff.
Yeah.
Sweet innocent boy.
Yeah.
Sweet.
So
sweet,
that's you. Yeah. That's those are the words that I would use to describe you.
Yes, exactly. Sweet, innocent, kind, caring, wonderful, synonyms, all those.
Yeah.
And I realized being away from that, I completely forgot VTubing is used as Tinder. Oring.
It truly is. People, to be fair, my boyfriend is
different for
is also
I was gonna bring that up until later. I was gonna ask questions about that later, but specifically, I feel like it's also different for girls, because even when you have done all the things to create boundaries, all that stuff, there's still gonna be that one weird guy who's like, hey, can I ask you something? Can I tell you something? Wait, what did I send you? What did I send you? Oh my god,
wait, hold on, guys. This is my favorite screenshot of all time ever in the world of ever. Hold on. This is actually very, very important that I need to find. This is my favorite image I have ever saved. Just from Hold on, guys.
I love this image so much.
It's really great. I think it's hold on, I gotta find this image. Hold on. As image. Okay.
It's pinned. I want you to know.
It's pinned? Is it really pinned?
Yeah.
Wait,
yeah,
but no, I need the screenshot. I don't need just the
no,
actual...
Yeah,
oh, it is?
You pinned the screenshot as well. It's right underneath it. You click on the smiley face, the sad face.
Oh, okay.
Right, yeah, click on it.
Thank you. Thank you.
Welcome,
Thank you.
It's right underneath.
This is I love this image because it's real. It's my favorite thing. Image. I wish you could drag and drop on OBS, but you can't.
Oh, it would be so nice.
It would be really nice. This is my favorite image of all time to ever exist. It's my favorite. It's the funny. It's so funny.
The image? Wait, what? Okay. KJ, when did you hear about this image?
This is my favorite image.
Did you hear about the day of?
I love this image. It's so funny. It happened, that's August 21st, 2023. Oh my god.
Oh my god, that's 2 years ago.
This is also, you can see by the fact that my icon is still Doppio, because I did change it to be actually myself. Yeah. This is a good one. I'm just gonna keep that right up here. So I'm just gonna keep this one up here.
This looks so bad for me. This looks so bad for me because this looks like it's serious. This looks like it's genuine.
For context, I think we were talking about the worst things ever that you can receive as a female streamer from your guy friend or guy streamer friend.
We were on call. On call during this.
Yeah. And I think you just messaged it to me and I was like, aw. And me and Tony have talked about this before, and I was like, I think the reason we got so close so quickly is because he's gay. So there was never a worry on my part that I'm like, oh, he's gonna be he was never the concern of him being weird never came up in my brain, because he was so very obviously and directly gay. He was just that was never a concern in my brain. And I think that that might have been maybe more subconscious, but definitely it was probably a thing where I'm like, oh, okay, cool, there's no concern about that. But yeah.
So why do people think VTubing as Tinder? It's because it's easy to socialize with people through VTubing, and thus people will inevitably be like, "Oh, hey Sky, I think I love you."
Yeah, I gotta I'm so sorry.
You gotta end stream? What?
So anyway. I had to leave the call, guys. I'm sorry. I had to leave. This
is messed up. This is messed up, dude. It's making me look so bad. Anyone clips this, I'm done for. I'm done for.
Oh man. Okay. Yes. Yeah. But I think I agree. I think it's just when you put people who are all in the same Not gonna lie, Sky, you're kind of cool. Oh man. Oh man.
Oh man. I hope this doesn't have a second message to it.
But what was it?
Buddy.
Yeah, I think like
Don't look at me like that.
it's like putting people who like the same things in one small confined space, which is like not small, but like, you know, VTubing is VTubing, right? So it's like everyone kind of knows everyone vaguely. And I understand, to be fair, like I think we've talked about this before where I'm like, in order to date someone, do they have to like your interests? And I personally agree. I think that if I'm dating somebody, we have to have at least like 50% of the same interests and things. I cannot hang out with someone who doesn't like things that I like, and like as much as I can try my best to like connect with someone who like vastly different things that I like, it's still really difficult to like hang out and talk with someone who has nothing in common, right? So I get it to an extent to be like, yeah, okay, like we both are VTubers and maybe it's easier to make a connection that way, but like, you know, yeah, we enjoy yours. Yeah, right, true. Yep. Yeah.
I now need to send you a message of what is being sent to me now.
Yaoi. We love Yaoi, guys. We do love Yaoi here. Don't worry. I approve.
This is
Oh, that's so funny. Yeah, it's a good image.
This is
That's
gonna
a
get
good
bad
image.
real fast for me, Sky. This is gonna
Hey
get
man,
real bad.
you agreed to be on my stream for my first episode. This is not my fault. I also, give context, I gave Citricos the full like control of what we talked about for stream today. I was like, hey, what do you like? Are there things that you're interested in talking about? But like, I can come up with something if you want me to. But like, what do you like to talk about? So this is not even on me. I asked him directly, what do you want to do? So just saying, this is not on me. Now talking about something being on you. What are your personal issues you have, do you think, with friends, like making friends in VTubing? What do you think that you have problems with?
Oh my god, I've talked about this so much with friends I've made through streaming, but I'm either an introvert who loves talking to people, or an extrovert with the smallest battery ever.
Yeah.
Like, I treat, like, even IRL, I treat friendships very transactionally. Like, Terrified is a person I'm friends with IRL.
Oh, I see.
And he can attest. The way I talk to you is I will message you or call you only if I have something I want to talk to you about. It's never to check up on how you're doing that day. It's like, oh, I just saw this cool wrestling match. I need to talk to someone about it. Let me call this friend about this match or together. Oh, I want to watch anime. Let me call this friend to see if he wants to watch anime with me.
Wait, sorry, Crazy clipped it.
No.
But yeah.
KJ,
Continue.
defend my honor.
Why would KJ
I haven't
defend
heard
you?
from him in months. We watch anime together, years in fact. This is true. We only hear from each other because we have set schedules for me to talk to him.
That's fair.
Yeah,
that's fair.
So for streaming, it becomes even more so the case where, like, I don't want to go into someone's like DMs and be like, hey, how are you doing? And that's all I have to say for them. I just want to check up on them and all that. Like, that's not something if I message someone, I have to, I swear to God, if that goes viral, I will eat your ankles, Sky.
Oh, it's not my ankles. You were the one who set this up. You're the one who
I was set up. I was set up.
I'm just saying, this is on you, man. Continue.
So
don't worry.
If like, it becomes even more of the case if I'm like talking to a streamer now, because unless I've been super like you, I could just bug if I feel like it. Same with Terrified, I could bug him if I felt like it with nothing, just like a stupid idea I have in my head. Send that to you, that's fine. But if I'm not that close to someone as a streamer, the idea of messaging them something and being like, do you like Umu Musume? That's a fun horse game, ain't
like
it?
Small talk, basically.
Small talk is awful. I want to eat my hands just thinking about that. It has to be like, hey, I have this idea. This is a time period I'll have it on. Anything else you want to talk about? How's your life going? Cool. No? Cool. Then I'm good. I'll head out. Talk to you in another 3 months. we started Hajime no Ippo years ago to hang out and watch just with me from time to time. Guess how far we are? We're pretty far. We're like 30 episodes from having the first season done.
Oh goodness. You know what? It's okay. I mean, like, it's as long as you guys are like friends and that's like your dynamic. I don't think there's like anything wrong with that. You know what I mean?
He's being a baby about it. We literally talked to each other like a week, like literally 2 days ago. He's being a big baby. No, but what's it? I don't want to bug people is my main thing. So that's why instant connections is like so important with making friends for me on the stream space. But that's also like my biggest annoyance because everyone doesn't like the same things I do. So I can't just be like, let's play this very niche game that you've never heard of. Also costs $15. Can you please buy it so we can play it for 2 hours? And you probably won't touch it unless I ask you to. Like it's it's the worst. I want to be like, hey, let's play what's it called? Gunfire Reborn. It's like a furry it's like you're a furry with a gun and you're in a roguelike, and and it's fun. I swear. Please buy it. There's it's just like impossible for me to do that.
That is definitely a game description you can have for something. That's
Furry with a gun. It is. Look, Ray. You just get the game. We'll play it, okay? And then
you got my attention.
Oh, perfect.
You know. Oh, thank you for gifting out a sub, Tilly. Thank you.
Oh,
enjoy
thanks,
your up your emotes. Gift for the playlist. Oh, I appreciate that. Citrus a furry and wants to convert others. That's crazy. I guess that's why you have like dog ears. That's crazy.
Don't. Where is it? Where? I'll find it.
You'll find it. Yeah.
Here it is.
I got. Oh, the barking. He's barking. Oh, look at him go.
Look at me go.
Uppy. Ooh. So, I think we've discussed that I have a hard time making friends in the space. Do you think there are certain people who are like able to like thrive in VTubing friendships specifically? Like, are like people who maybe like have a better like skill set of like personality traits or whatever? Like, is there like a certain person who think, like, is like doing very well making connections and making friends in like the VTubing space?
I'm gonna be very, very anti VTubing right here.
Oh,
I think it's not easy to make friends in the VTubing space unless you have viewership numbers that make people. Because it's not even the fact that like, oh, I want to talk to a bigger name person.
Yeah.
It's 100%. I want to. This person has this many people watching them.
Yeah.
I trust that because of that they're safe essentially. Person with big number is safe because they have more people watching them. So more people have to trust them essentially. It's the same thing as like, oh, I can, like if you were telling me, hey, this person's cool, I'll trust that person because you trust that person.
Yeah, like word of, like, you know, what is it called? Is it word of mouth? What is it called? Yeah, or something.
By association.
Yeah, I guess. But like, yeah, it's like yes, basically knowing someone from like a mutual friend or like knowing like a recommendation from a friend, like, yeah, this person's a nice person or whatever, is a lot more reliable than just like trying to meet someone like organically and like meet like a random streamer and be like, hey, can we be friends?
Like for me right now, I feel like one of the hardest things, I think you might feel this right now because you're about to start doing more tea times with people, right?
Yeah.
You're gonna start having
Yoinking
to reach out to people and be like, especially if it's a new person, you're like, you kind of have to like justify, hey, I know you don't know me and you might not have seen my content, but like,
I want to talk to you.
I want to talk to you. This is a show I have. It'll be fun. I swear, Z.
I swear. I pinky promise.
That's the only reason I have videos of my game shows is so I could show someone my game show, being like, this is what it looks like. See?
Believe
See,
me, I'm real.
I'm
Believe
real.
me.
This isn't a joke thing I'm doing. This is like an actual thing.
Yeah.
This is my game.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it just ends up being like everyone in the VTubing space feels like they're an introvert.
Yeah.
And
there are
you
very
kind of
few
have
extroverts in the VTubing space, 100%.
Yeah, yeah. And like it's 50-50 if those extroverts are chill or not is also the thing. They'll come to you and you're like,
this is so much energy all at once.
This is a lot of energy and I don't know if I mess with you or not at all.
Yeah.
I need some time. I need some space to think about this.
Yeah. I think there are some people who have like endless social batteries though that are just able to like talk to people like all the time. And I envy that because I just don't have it. I can't message a bunch of people all the time. I can't like check in with people all the time. I can't like do Discord calls like that. It's like all of that is kind of beyond my own social limits.
I need very low maintenance friends in the VTubing space. I can barely keep maintenance up with my IRL friends. I need it even more in VTubing spaces where I'm like, hey, I know I haven't talked to you in 3 months, but let's chit chat real quick.
Yeah, I do value that about our friendship because we do not talk that often at all.
God, I thank heavens that I'm just like, oh, Sky does look at me as a friend. Oh, yeah. Perfect. I don't need to talk to her every single day of the week. Thank goodness. I want to cry when that happens.
One of my favorite things is that I'll just kind of send you random updates about things that I'm working on and be like, look at this. And that's it. And like sometimes you don't respond and I don't care. I'm just sending it to you to let you know that I did the thing and I'm like, okay, cool. And it's great because you mentioned like transactional friendships before earlier, and to an extent I would disagree. That's not like being transactional. I feel like for me, I do the same thing where like I'm not gonna talk to somebody unless I have something to say to them. Like I'm not gonna just check up on something like, hey, like, you know, like what's going on. Like I don't do that ever. So like I don't think it's transactional. I think it's just like it's hard to talk to someone if you have nothing to talk about. Like if I'm not trying to like tell you about a show or tell you about like something funny that happened or like, you know, show you a cool video, I have nothing to talk to you about. And it's really hard for me to like just like, hey, you know, because like there's nothing constructive out of just talking about nothing, right? So like normally if I try to like start a conversation, I'm trying to like maybe like figure out a thing to talk about or like show you something that I've done or like whatever, because then it's easier for me to be like, there's something to talk about and I'm not wasting your time, you know? Like at least there's like a thing happening. I don't think that's transactional.
I think transactional probably isn't the right term, but it's also like the closest I could think of. I'm sure there's some like psychology term that like fits it perfectly that I just don't care enough to learn. But
yeah, fair.
I agree with like I have a small thing to talk about and I hope we'll have more than just that conversation. It'll like improve and I casually can find out about your day, but I'm never going to talk to you for just asking you how your day is, if that makes sense. Like I'll have anime nights with some friends where we don't even watch anime. We're just talking about how life's been going for us because we're just like, yeah, life's but the premise is anime night. So even if we don't have something to talk about, we still have
like a thing to fall back into. Yeah. I agree.
Exactly. Where that's how are you is the worst thing I've like someone can say to me as a starting conversation. I'm like, please don't say that to me. I don't. First off, you don't want to hear the answer to that. It's
yeah,
bad.
like I'm working. Yeah, a very common pattern I have with people is a conversation going, hey, hi, how are you? Good, how are you? And that's good. I'm also good. And the conversation ends. Yes, I agree. That's why I kind of avoid doing that. It's
why
like
I just sent Sky a picture of her head on
a bunny,
on the Energizer bunny.
Yeah. I think it's easier because like when it's someone that I'm more like used to talking to, I think it's less of an like I can be more real because like if Tony asks me like, well, how was your day, I can tell him every single thought in my brain that happened in my day, and that's fine because then like that's like an actual like connection. But then like it's something that I don't know that well at all, and I'm like they just want to say hi, good morning, I'm like, how am I just don't know what, because I'm like I don't know you that well, I don't want to tell you what happened in my day. Like I just want to be like, I'm good, that's it, and then you're in something like you're good, and then that's where the conversation ends, you know? It's like the dynamic or like the comfort level / like investment in the person's very different. So like I don't have as much of like a desire. Desire's kind of rude, but like I don't have the same dynamic with them to be like, yeah, I can tell you, you know, I painted my nails and they look like this, and like I did like small things. Like I can't tell that to everybody, and it doesn't feel as normal to do that. So like someone asks me how are you is gonna result in be like, yeah, it's fine. I woke up. I doing work. I'm good. You know, like it's not. I don't have much else to say to you specifically.
Do you also have this thing where you feel like wasting someone's time is the worst thing you could do to someone?
Yes.
Like, oh, no,
yes.
I just wasted your time.
Yes.
I just told you about my nails today. Oh, you probably didn't even care about that. Why didn't I tell you that?
Yes.
I probably should.
Yeah.
Yeah. That is. I have this so bad where like. I don't think I told anyone about my face being half frozen for such a long time.
I remember I told you, you said it so casually. I'm like, what do you mean? What? What?
I'm like, oh yeah, this is a big deal to some people. I forget. To my friends who care deeply about me, I should probably tell them a life update.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Tell them how your day's actually going.
Yeah, no. I think yeah. What's the things that's been bugging you about like trying to make friends and streaming things since you've been since you now have to be on the grind of interacting with people? What is
my things?
What's been bugging you?
I think like for me, as mentioned, I don't have the battery to talk to people all the time. So like I think you told me this when we started being like friends. You were like, I will talk to you a lot for the first month of our friendship and then I'll kind of disappear. And I'm like, that's fine. I don't even know if I can talk to someone for like a month directly, like that long. Like, I don't know if I can even do that, which I know sounds really wrong. Also, hi Tomo. I genuinely have a really hard time because like I'm so busy, and I mean it so sincere. Like I don't like it's not because I don't like people or I don't care about people or I don't want to make connections. I genuinely most time weigh my option between, okay, I have work to do. Do I want to spend about an hour of my time talking to someone else while I have to pause my work? Because I have to, because I'm going to give the person full attention, so I can't do work in that time. So normally when I work in the mornings, like I wake up and I do my work up until like maybe 5 or 6 o'clock. And I want to kind of basically like consistently work those full hours. Like I want to be working that entire time. And if I'm like, okay, now I need to make a friend and I have to talk to someone, I have to basically pause an hour or like maybe 2 hours and try to make a connection with someone and talk to them and like, up to them. And like, it's hard because I really want to do work, which I know is like workaholic-y, but like I would like to do work. And so because the thing is like, right, I have IRL friends, I have personal work I want to do, I have commission work I want to do, I have, what else do I have to do with? I have to do with my parents, because that's another thing that I deal with a lot because I love my parents, but they do like want so much of my time even though I live away from them now. And so like I'm juggling 4 things and trying to balance all of that, and then adding onto like online social life onto my IRL life is difficult because I hardly see my IRL friends. Like I don't go out with them that often. So that's like the juggling of everything that I deal with every day is like hard for me to do because I'm like, And the thing is like I also know that like part of the things like I should be making connections with people because like streaming is a very like great way to meet new people that have interests and that like
as we learn from all the Tinder guys on Vtubing spaces.
Yeah.
It's a great way to meet people.
So like I know that it's good to make friends and make connections and like be there for people, but I weighing my options with like, oh, I have work to do, and then I have friends to talk to. It's like and then I have like my IRL friends to talk to, and it's like it's just like everything is like I can't. And then also like giving myself time to be my own person too, like playing video games or like taking a break or like showering, making myself food. Do you know how difficult it is to make food? It takes so long. It takes so long.
Prepping, okay, it's not even the cooking food part.
It takes so long.
So easy. It's prepping food. Prepping food's the worst.
Oh my god.
Oh, okay. First off, you should just prep food the week of, okay? Just prep, like, cut vegetables, all that stuff the week of. Worst comes to worst, you just eat veggies by the little handfuls since you cut it all up, all right?
Yeah, that's true. Like, meal prepping is ideal. In life, just in existence, if you can meal prep, your life is... Because I made pancake batter for the first time. Wait, no, hold on.
Okay.
Hold on. I've made it like for myself because like when I was younger, my parents used to make pancakes, but I would never like make pancake batter ever. And so I like made it for myself the first time, like this week on my own fully. And my God, To be fair, I also was like cooking apples down because I was making like an apple filling to go on top of my pancakes. That entire
Which
prep
is so
phase
much time.
is like an hour, and then the 30 minutes to like make the pancakes because they have to cook, right, and everything, and then after that I have to like just exist and like because I get this is probably a health issue, but if I stand for too long, I kind of like have issues with like feeling very woozy and like, you know, probably anemia. And so I have to like sit down and take breaks in between cooking food.
In your diet.
Because I just
iron block.
I know. So I like it takes so long for me to make food, and I'm like, okay, so then like it's like 2 hours of my life doing food stuff. I gotta eat the food, so it's like 30 minutes, and then like, you know, at that point I also have to shower at some point, you know, during the day, and that's like gonna be like, you know, 40 minutes to an hour depending if I'm washing my hair or not, and that takes a long time as well. And then like if I want to play a video game or have fun stuff, it's like, how much do I give myself? Like an hour? How long do I get to have fun for, you know? And then you have work on top of that, and then you have trying to like make proper connections with friends and everything, and then like it's just so that like my issue is juggling time. I just don't have the time for people, and like in the most sincere way. That is totally a health issue. Yeah, it's for sure a health issue. It is for sure a health issue. Yeah.
Sky. Yeah, I've just been having fainting spells lately. I think it might be a health issue, but I'm not sure.
Yeah.
Every doctor in the 10-mile radius.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah. I mean, it's probably like vitamin issues because I don't really get a lot of like proper vitamins in my day. Can you talk for a little bit? I'm gonna go get some water.
Vitamins. Yes, I can.
Yeah, I'm gonna get some water.
One of the things I've been thinking about with with the real life stuff is work-life balance is such a weird thing as a streamer, because one again, most streamers will do streaming as a hobby, you know. Occasionally it'll be a little side piece of money, I won't lie, it's a little fun, but it ends up being to the point where any drastic change in someone's life basically destroys all streaming stuff. Sky wanted to make a 2.0 3.0 model, a 2.0 model, 2.0 model, and it literally took her away from streaming for 4 months so she could, one, deal with housing, deal with everything else. And it's just like, streaming is great and fun, but it's such a time-consuming activity where you can't do anything but stream. It's literally just work. I can't just be like, oh, I'm on stream, let me call my friends, because I don't want to call my friends on stream. You know, that's my friend time. It doesn't feel the same, you know?
Yeah.
And it just, look, I won't lie, I'll scroll on Twitter sometimes while watching anime with friends. That's 3 things all at once. I can't do that on stream. I can't scroll Twitter on
so
stream.
True.
No one tell Terrified this, okay? All right.
Yeah.
So you went off to do your thing?
I got my water, yeah.
Perfect. Well,
I heard you, don't worry. I got my headset still on. I can hear the work-life balance life. Yeah. I did have to stop taking, like, I stopped taking commissions, I stopped doing streaming, and I basically full-on focused on doing my 2.0. To be fair, I also had 4 outfits to rig at the same time, and that was my choice and my fault.
That was your choice?
That was my choice. Which my favorite thing ever is people be like, whenever they talk to me, they're like, I can't believe you decided to do 4 outfits. I'm like, yeah. Like, you are crazy. I'm like, yeah, maybe, maybe a little bit. But yeah,
I don't know what my thought was that I never told you.
Oh yeah, tell me.
My thought genuinely was, man, this is taking a long time for just one model for Sky. I think she might be really bad at like rigging this stuff. She might need to just go to someone to rig it if it's just one model with 1 outfit. And then it came out to 4 outfits. I'm like, never mind, Sky's the real one. She knows what she wants to do.
To be fair,
4
I
outfits,
think
multiple different hairstyles, inter-swapping connections with all of them.
Yeah, that was a big one too. Having them be able to make all the hair go on whatever outfit you wanted to go on. Yeah, and then also like I think part of it was that I redrew my model several times. I redrew it. Like, I made the model base a long time ago, and then I redrew it because I did not like it anymore. And I had to redraw, like, this specific outfit gave me the most trouble. I redrew this, and I re-rendered this so many times. So many times. Also, I feel like you guys are talking a lot about friendship stuff, and I'm kind of curious, and I wanna go through this. I mean, let me make sure I'm reading everything. I didn't talk about my favorite video game with someone else, but I had to stop talking to someone because they never had the same interests, but we could never have an actual conversation. Sorry, because we had the same interests, but we never had an actual conversation about anything. So as someone who talks a lot, it hurts so bad just to be able to reaction images instead of actual messages. Owie. Yeah. Also, yes, meal prep is a good idea. Yes, correct. I should do it more often. Showering, sleeping, eating, prepping, then you have to clean the dishes after you cook too. Oh my god. Can I be so for real? The dishes, my worst enemy. I hate doing the dishes. I don't know what it is. It's means staying for like a long time, going through everything, or like what. I will do any other chore ever. I will do my laundry. I will clean. I will vacuum. I love like sweeping and vacuuming and organizing. The dishes, my mortal enemy. I hate doing the dishes.
I will be so real with you.
Yeah?
I'm the dish boy. I love
really?
doing dishes when I'm out
Why?
with friends. It's the okay. It's genuinely the easiest chore out of all the chores.
I don't know.
If you do it when things are done.
I mean, yeah, but like it's still so much time.
I go on like vacation dates at times, and like I would cook and then immediately clean everything right away. Like, and I was like, oh, this is so great.
Even then it's still like it takes so much time, at least in my brain. Even when I am like I'm doing the dishes after I do certain like I make the pancake batter, I'll do everything and I'll clean. It still takes like so much time in my brain. I can't. I hate. The dishes are like my enemy. I will do my laundry, I'll do the washing, I will, scrub things, I'll do whatever, but it's like, ugh. I can't do anything.
Doing the dishes is my love language, is how I show my love language to people.
Acts of service for real.
Friends.
Also, good night, Crazy. Have a good one.
I remember I had a friend who wouldn't let me do her dishes, but that's solely because she's like, you have to do them a certain way, and I don't know if you know how to do them the way I want them done. I'm like, fair enough. I don't need to do dishes. It's not like I love doing them. It's just the easiest thing to be like, oh, I helped you. I know no one wants to do the dishes, but I did them. That's how amazing I am. It's like the most amount of credit you get for the least amount of work.
Honestly,
doing the dishes to people
it really is great.
You did the dishes? You're so amazing. And I'm just yeah.
I had a friend come over one time, and we were like, we made like popcorn, had wine, we were watching like some random Netflix show, and I'm gonna say this in a way that is like a nice way. He is like the only person who's come over my house and like has done the dishes for me without me asking them to do them or whatever. And it's coincidentally the only person who also is Asian, which I think is really funny because everyone else has never done it before. And I feel like that's like a very common thing in my brain, because I'm like, if I'm gonna use someone else's stuff, I'm gonna like clean their dishes because I'm like, I'm using your kitchen, But that is just the only that is, I don't know, because that's like maybe how I also was brought up as well. Like you should always like, if you're gonna be in someone else's kitchen, you should be you should be washing their dishes, because like you're using their equipment and stuff. Like it's like only reasonable. But yeah, I think it's just funny.
I am a horrible host. If you come over to my place,
really,
you have to tell me what you need because I'm an awful host.
You think so?
No, I know so. My friends have told me I'm a really bad host.
Oh.
But I am an amazing guest. You invite me to your place, I am so courteous. I'm
a terrible guest. I'm so scared of being in someone else's house. I hate being in someone else's house. It stresses me out, man. It stresses me out. I'm nervous.
If you have like a shower and it has like the screen ones instead of like the curtains, I'll wipe that down with like a scraper, making sure no mildew grows. I'm such a good guest about it. Like I'll be like, oh, this is probably what they need for let me do that for them. They need the dishes done. Let me do that for them. Not even a thought in it. But you put me as a host, I'll forget to give you blankets. I'll just forget that you like what people need to live, because I'm like,
how to be a person, how to be a human being.
Yeah, I was like, they're like, so where am I gonna sleep? I'm like, oh yeah,
I don't know,
you need to do
somewhere.
that. Oh,
somewhere.
oh,
I am terrible at being a guest because I'm terrified of being in someone else's home and not knowing like their system of life. Like I'm like you know, the shoes off, shoes on, like where do I sit down, where can I sit down, like I have outside clothes on, like where am I allowed to sit, you know? Hotels are fine for me because it's like that's just wherever you can be your own person, it's fine. Going to someone else's house, I'm like, I'm gonna learn some way that I'm not being a correct human being. I'm gonna learn a new way that I don't know how to be a person in this person's house. Because I'm just like, I'm gonna mess up some like random normal like traditional like, you know, normal way to live life, and I'm gonna like upset them greatly. However, as a host, I love being a host. I love being like, hey, do you want water every 2 seconds? I am like, do you want a snack? Do you want like food? Do you need a blanket? Do you need like, I love having someone be over and I'm like, I can do things for you. I love doing something for somebody else. I love when I can be of use to somebody. So like, if someone's like, oh, can I like have I'm like, yeah, I can get you a drink. I can get you a snack. I can make you something if you like, do you want me to go, like, I can order something for you. I don't know why, it just feels so much easier for me to be like the one to lend the hand to help somebody out as opposed to like having them come, like me going to their place and then asking me things, because I don't know how to be a person. I think that's just my issue. I don't know.
I grew up visiting my cousins a lot and staying over at their houses during like summers and stuff. They all had like different functions, and I think that just solely made it so we're like, I had to learn is like, you know, sometimes your family's just not going to give you blankets and you just kind of have to deal with that. So like, I'm so low maintenance. And also they're like, and sometimes they'll ask you to like, because they're my family, so like they don't actually care about me. They're like, don't hurt yourself, run off, little kid. I'm like, yeah,
you know, fair.
Like,
I did not visit family a lot, so that might also be it.
Sometimes they'll just ask you, it's like, hey, can you throw out all this trash for us? And you'll be like, yeah, I can, I'm visiting. So in my head, being a guest is like just being a little servant dude, just like a little scrungle servant, just like, sup, what you need? I'm here now. Thank you for letting me sleep here on the floor.
I'm just a rat. Thank you for letting me be in your home. Thank you so much.
Haha, I am an intruder. Thank you. I tricked you into giving me a blanket. Thank you.
No,
I am an intruder.
I
do
like
not belong.
It's funny because it's generally everyone's parents love me. Every single parent I've ever met loves me because I am the most like polite, cautious, like scared deer in headlights person ever. I'm like, I am the like, I'll go handshake them, I'll call them like, you know, Miss whatever or Mr. whatever, and I am the most like cookie cut out of a like, what is the word, like respectful young adult, because I just don't know. I don't know how to interact with people, and like I do well with parents because that they expect their like child's, you know, friend to be a very like, you know, respectful person or like maybe a terrible person. So I always like, you know, flip them on the like, I'm like, yeah, I'm a very polite and scared person. So parents tend to like enjoy being around me. I hate going to houses though. I never know how to do it. I never know how to do it. It's so tough. It's so tough. I bet all your friends hated when their parents compared them to you. I doubt it. I'm trying to think if anyone's ever like, I don't know. I feel like most of the time, oh my god. Oh wait, no. Oh, nope. Yeah, you're right. Yes. There was specifically a time when I was in elementary school and I was over my friend's house. And she was they were driving in the car, like I think we were either driving me home or driving us to her place, I forget where. And I was super respectful even as like a very young kid, because you learn that as just, you know, you just learn to be very respectful, especially like in my household. So I was super nice to her mother, and in the car she was like, she said to her daughter, my friend, why can't you be more like Sky? She's so nice and she's always saying thank you and is always super respectful to me. And I'm like, and my friend and her got into like a fight. Like they were yelling at each other. And I'm like, I'm sitting here and I'm just gonna keep sitting here because I don't know what to do. Because I was just so like, because one, growing up, I never yelled to my parents. If we had like a disagreement, it would be mostly them yelling at me and then me trying to stand my ground by saying any word at them, and they would be like, stop talking back to me. So hearing my friend like yell back to her mother, I was like, this is weird. And then two, hearing your friend and their mom have a fight is very weird. That's just a weird experience in anywhere, anyhow, anything at all. So I was like, I Man. Man. But I don't think anyone now is an adult. I don't think anyone's ever compared. Like, I doubt anyone's parents been like, oh, Sky's so respectful. Like, I don't think that's a thing.
That's very much a thing when you're younger, not like when you're older. It's like,
Yeah,
oh,
they don't really care.
did you hear about your cousin who's a doctor now? It's like, cool.
Yeah,
Cool. Good
yeah.
for him. Why did you become my friend? What exactly about the Energizer Bunny picture just made you my friend?
Oh, I don't know. I think, to be fair, the one where you were like, you just kind of adopted me, I would agree with that. I think that, like, I just kind of go with whoever's, like, whatever someone else's energy level is, I tend to try to match that. So if someone's like responding to me, I will respond back to them almost all the time. So I think that was like partly because you were so enthusiastic about talking and hanging out, and then also because you gave me no small talk. You gave me no chance to be like, hey, how are you? It was just something like stupid and silly, and that is my, I love that. I don't know how to respond to hey, how are you? Because like, do you want the full answer or not? And like, so it's nice when someone just kind of skips that weird kind of gray area of like, oh, what are we gonna talk about? To like, why are you like this? And it was just easy, and like that instant, like, okay, we're just both being silly, and we both like understand certain things, and that was already kind of determined, like, I'm sure, yeah, predetermined. It was already like kind of set in place, like that dynamic. So it was easy for me to talk to because I'm like, oh, okay, like you are not interested in being super like polite and icebreakery and whatever. Like we can just be silly, and that's great. Because that was like that's what I appreciate. I think that like that kind of instant, like being able to communicate that way.
Do you want to know the truth of why it went like that? I think I've told you already. It's solely because in my head I was like, this person's too goddamn sweet, too goddamn like, this person is as sweet as maple syrup. Like it is disgusting how kind and sweet they are.
I never know what to say when someone says that to me, because I don't think I'm a nice person.
They're probably like a really mean person deep down. I know it. I'm gonna get to the bottom of this. I remember messaging a friend being like, I found this VTuber. She's like the sweetest person ever. I don't trust it at all. I'm gonna find out the real truth. I'm gonna find out she's a jerk.
The real Sky.
And then I found out the real Sky, and yeah, you know what? She's still sweet. Like, nah, I can't.
I think I definitely have my moments of being a little bit more. Yeah, I think that's what it is. Yeah. I'm just like a little creature. She's a gremlin, but like she carries around a bucket of syrup, and you're like, okay, why do you have a bucket of syrup? You're like, tea. I'm Tasty.
like, okay.
I am so bunny. That's me. Very very bunny quoted.
Very bunny coded indeed.
Yeah, it's so funny because I've been called a bunny since I was a kid. Like my mom calls me a bunny, so it's always been that way. But yeah, I think I'm not a nice person. Okay, sorry. I don't get it when someone says that I'm like a super kind or nice person, because I feel like I'm just being what a person should be, and so I always feel confused. Like I'm just like I'm being normal. If you think I'm being kind, I don't think you've met good people. Like I think that just is a baseline, because I'm gonna be so for real. I'm being a normal person. Almost to anyone who talks to me, I'm just being normal. Like I'm not trying to be super nice or anything. I'm just a person, and so I'm always surprised. I'm like, oh my god, you're so nice. I'm like, I'm not really. I'm just.
You know what this reminds me of? Whenever someone's like, oh, you're like the kindest boyfriend I've ever had, and I was like, oh, that's sad, buddy.
You know, Kay said that to me before. He's like, that's so sad. I've said that to him, and he's like, that's so sad. Whenever I've said things like that, he's like, that's so sad, and I'm like, well, I don't know what to tell you. Oh man, look, that's what a good person says. You know, I don't know. I don't think you understand how many people fail the baseline, Bonnie. I guess that's fair. I guess that's
like
fair.
Thinking of it as like good or bad. I just like thinking of it as like I'm just Scrungle the Citricos, and I will continue to be Scrungle the Citricos.
I just want to make sure that like I am not like outwardly putting any negative like stuff into the world, because I'm like, I don't need to be doing that, you know? Like I don't need to be like adding negative energy or whatever. You're so sweet, you can't actually understand rudeness. I just don't. I think it's just like I'm like I just want to not like be. In my mind, I feel like if someone else like, I like to give people the benefit of the doubt most of the time, and then I also like to like make sure I can meet people on equal grounding. And so like I just try to like treat someone else, because it's the whole thing where it's like the like treat people how you want to be treated, and I do that to like a very strong adherence to it.
You want to
I
be
do
treated
it.
by having one of the funniest things you've ever sent your friend put right on top of your head, apparently.
Yes.
You know, an inside
Yes.
joke put on top of your head for everyone to deal with.
Yes.
If someone comes in here, that's the first thing they'll get to see of
Yes.
me, Citricos.
Yes, yes, and it has your name and my name too, so no one can even like try to
Yeah,
pretend it's
no,
anybody
no,
else.
like-
It's just straight up our names. Oh man,
Yeah, that's exactly what
it's
you want.
funny. It's hilarious. I think it's hilarious.
I think the immediate sad face is always what kills me.
It's like it's not even a second. It's not even a minute after. It's the same second you send that message. It's so funny. It is my favorite thing ever. It's hilarious. I genuinely think it is probably like I love talking to people, and then this is so mean. I love Discord.
Tomo,
It's so fun to have like a Discord chat and then see messages. Like I think I love screenshotting Discord messages. I do it all the time. I keep so many like screenshots of messages because they are just so funny to me. I love them. I love them so much. Generally is great. It's great. I'm glad you're listen, Tomo, it made you curious, right? Surely it made you like, what happened, you know?
What happened here?
I think it's great. It invites intrigue, it invites discussion, it makes Citricos look funny. So it's my favorite.
Makes me look very sad and a completely different person.
And it's also like today, like you don't know when that today was. It could have been actually today.
It could have been right now. You could have taken your account from Doppio back to you in a matter of
No one would ever know. No one would ever know. And it's hilarious, and I think it's great.
Never defend me now. If you don't admit the truth, Guy, I'm forever shunned.
No, you're fine. We're still talking, so surely it's okay.
Oh my god. How is because I've never had anyone admit they liked me.
Oh, uh-huh.
Like that's just not a thing that happens to me. They either make it very obvious where I just don't even I'm just like, I'm cutting this off right now.
Yeah.
Or they show girl interest in you, which is not a thing where it's just like, oh, I'm gonna do a very specific thing and I'm gonna test to see.
That's me.
I am autistic. I will not understand. Don't ever do that to me. I will cry.
That's so funny. What was your question? So sorry, what is it like to be confessed to?
How is it to deal with multiple confessions from people you're like, back to like the V2 space of things.
Oh, mm-hmm.
I'm sure the first like 3 months had a few people come in and be like, I'm gonna try using this VTuber Tinder thing right now with Sky.
Yeah.
What's it like to be confessed to by those people where you're like, I just wanted friends?
What a question. Well, I think, when it was like in the early stage of me VTubing and streaming and everything, it was always like, I always met people with like I appreciate, like it was a very like, I am shocked and surprised that you like me. Cause you know, one, I don't really talk about myself enough to like have a proper, like personalized someone to know me that well. So it's like, oh, okay. Like what part of me do you like? Because you don't like, where is it that you like me?
You have a nice voice.
Thank you.
It's time for ASMR Sky.
You know, I mean, you've already seen the graphic I sent you, so. So like almost every time that someone has confessed me, which has been, I think about, let me think. This sounds so tragic to say. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 times? 4 or 5 times ish in the span of VTubing.
Make that 6 or 5, because I'm there now.
So true. So true. Yeah, 6, including Citricos. I think, especially because when I was starting out streaming, I was like, be like, thank you, I appreciate that's very, like, very kind of you. My go-to thing was that I just didn't have time. And I was like, I appreciate that you like me and that you want to get to know me. I don't have time for a partner. And I don't have time to make that connection with anybody. Like, I don't have the energy for it. And I don't have the ability to, like, you know, spend a lot of time talking to somebody and, like, you know, doing that with somebody else. And so, like, almost every time someone's like, oh, I like you, I was like, I appreciate it. I just don't have, not to be corporate, the bandwidth, essentially. I don't have the space, like I don't have it to like be up with somebody else with that. So I think like
forget a breakup text, send a corporate email to let them know that
yeah,
they've
like
been
I just
terminated from
don't
their
have
position.
I didn't have the time. And also, to be fair, I was so enamored with streaming and doing what I want to do that I was like, I don't even think I can like feasibly think about a way to make time for somebody else. Like at that point I was so like focused on like, I want this to be a thing, like I want to be doing this, like I want to be focused on this, and I was like, I don't have the energy to do that right now. So I would like, you know, I appreciate it. And also because again, a lot of times people liked me where I don't see it myself, but they liked my voice a lot and they like you know, whatever. And I was like, you don't know anything about me. I am very overwhelming. Like not to be like self-deprecating, but I am very overwhelming. I require like a lot of, you know, connection, attention, and like time and energy. And like, I'm not gonna like be like, oh, I'm not low maintenance in a relationship. I'm not. Like, I'm not at all. Like, I desire a lot of attention and energy, and you know, like I desire prioritization, right? So like, the person you know of me on stream does not equal the energy and personality that you get when you date me. That's like a very different vibe. Like I like, so like I can't be like, oh, you know, seeing me stream and talking to me offline, like you know exactly who I am. Like no, you don't. So like, and like it's like I don't think it's a good idea. You know what I mean? I'm like, it's not a good idea. Like I need a lot of attention, and I don't think you can do that, and that's fine. So that would be like, that's kind of how I used to normally be like, yeah, I just like, you know, I don't have the energy for it, and I don't have the time for it. To be fair, I think it's a lot easier to be like that when you're online that way. It's a lot easier to be like, hey, I don't have the energy for you, you know? So, yeah,
So I'm assuming you've had to deal with this in person, where guy friend goes to you and you're like, oh man, why'd you do this to me?
Yeah, so Tony, I've never publicly mentioned this to anyone really, except for me and Tony. We talk about it a lot. For a long time, I think you might know it, we referred to this thing that I had called like the curse, where essentially almost any like male friend that I had friends with ended up confessing to me at some point, and that was like
I love
not
how you
my
said
favorite.
You might know it, when literally the whole reason I sent that message was because we were talking about that.
I didn't know if I talked to you about that one or not, because I know me and Tony like talk about it to each other.
I sent that message. We had this exact conversation about Tony and you talking about the curse.
Yeah, it's so I definitely have dealt with it a lot in real life. I, for the most part, except for like one person, and they're married, so it's whatever. I don't talk to anyone else who's confessed to me, because
that's fair.
It's not like it's you know, and also to be fair, the one person who confessed to me who's married is a person who liked me, I think, in a very misguided way. So I think that he just was, we were both in a weird mental space, and I think that's why he had feelings for me. I don't think he actually liked me. I think it was just like a, you know, whatever. So that's whatever. But for me, I just kind of, it's not, it's just not the same for me. And also like, I just, like, it's hard for me to be like, I don't want to be rude about it, but like, in my brain, if I'm friends with somebody and then I find out they liked me, I feel very betrayed. I'm like, what part of you was actually real in terms of our friendship? Like, what part of you being—
Why were you nice to me?
It's just like, because I can't tell like what part of their personality was them being like an actual friend versus them liking me and wanting to have that affection shown, which is not, like, it's not bad to like somebody, and it's not bad to like someone and do things for them. That's totally fine. But it's hard for me to mentally separate like what part of their personality was them being actually like my friend and being there for me, and them not like with ulterior motives essentially. So I tend to kind of distance myself from people who have ever liked me, because I'm like, it's not comfortable for me to be around someone who I don't really trust to people have gotten over those feelings or not. And honestly, people, for whatever reason, the people that I attract specifically tend to never leave me alone. So
that's what you want, though. That's what
from the person I love, not from a person I don't care for. So like, it's like it's a constant where like, even like, it's just like a thing where like, even if I turn them down and I'm like whatever, they still like kind of constantly try to get to like a certain end goal, and I'm like, I just can't be like around you. So yeah, it's a weird thing. And I don't know, I wouldn't wish that upon anybody ever. At all. Personally.
I think trying to reach an angle is like the best way to put like the unwanted attention people get from just like in general, not just in like a guy friendship who's just who like is in love with you and is using a friendship as a way to do that.
Yeah.
But like as straight up just a like you'll interact with people online and you'll realize that they're just trying to get to an end goal.
Yeah.
And that's kind of really
it's kind of scummy
and frustrating.
Yeah.
With it,
yeah.
Which like don't I think I've had people try doing small talk to me and then ask me to do something for them and I'm like, I did not need the small talk. I'll be honest, I'd rather you just tell me if you needed something from me and I would have happily done it. Please,
yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I'm not.
I think there's a thing that I read online somewhere where it's like, if you don't want to feel like you're trying to ask something, like if you're not trying to like be like like using somebody, typically you should ask them what you want from them first and then talk to them after. Because then it's like you're not trying to talk to them for no reason. Like you are talking, like you're upfront about what you want from them, but then you can talk to them and like be like, I actually am also interested in you as a person and talk to you and like want to get to know what's going on with you.
Yeah.
Would it be better to hide it and ignore the feelings or confess and let them know? And what would a good friend do in that situation? I feel like hiding and lying would be worse. Yeah, it would be.
Here's what I think about, because I'm the man in this situation, so obviously, I'm the person who's deeply in. As the screenshot says, "Hey Sky, I think I love you."
I was drinking water.
No, how I've always seen it is like there will be friendships that will develop emotionally.
Yeah,
and that's fine. You can develop something emotionally, and like when that happens, you have two choices, but you can't. The problem is when you skirt around it and you're like, if you're like deeply in love with them, a friend, and you like hide it and you're like staying their friend for like a year while also being deeply in love with them, then it's just wrong, essentially, in my head.
Yeah.
It's no longer like the dynamic has changed. And now, not only has the dynamic changed, it's only changed for you, not to them. To them, you're still just a friend in their head.
Yeah.
So if you choose not to tell them, you have to fully commit to that and not tell them. You can't just be like, I was just trying really hard, but it's been like 3 years and I'm still deeply in love with you. It's like, if that's the case, then you're just not being a friend to them. You're like, actively pursuing them without like them
knowing, basically. Like you are internally pursuing them with like I think it's hard because like I don't think feelings are so real and normal and is just emotional thing, and it's not really like you can't control it. Like you don't intend to feel one way or the other about somebody else, and so I think it really depends on like how you personally like conduct it. Like how do you talk to the person that you care about in a way that's like, hey, I care about you, I realize that I think I'm catching feelings for you, and I don't want to do that because I cherish our friendships and I don't think that you want to have that happen for us either. So like I need some time to figure out how I can deal with my emotions, and I still want to be your friend, I still want to have that not be a part of our like relationship, but I just need time to maybe process this and maybe go on from there. I do think confessing is depending on how you do it, might be a good option, because then like some people can't get off of their feelings until they actually like say it out loud to the person, right? So being able to like let it off your shoulder and be like, hey, I like you, but I don't want to, is a good way to kind of let them know what you're going through. Because I think part of it is just like not knowing, like being not intentionally, but being kind of unaware and lied to is really sucky. I don't like being lied to, and I don't like not knowing something about something else. So like if someone's like hiding things from me, it feels very hurtful when I find out one way or the other eventually, right? So like if someone's telling you like upfront, like, hey, I care about you, I realize these feelings are becoming like romantic and I don't want them to, and I know you don't want them to. So I don't want you to feel like one way or the other, whatever. And like, as long as like you're able to be, I think, mature about it to somebody else, and it's fine. But also like, in many ways, you can't control how someone else might feel either. So if they you know, even if you're being the most respectful and most honest and genuine and trying to be as kind as possible to them, and they still are upset about it, that's fine. It's okay for someone else to not be okay or happy with how you feel about something.
I think the best way for me to think about it is like, if you, because I'm a person who's like, the moment I get those feelings, I need those out of my system as quick as possible, because I'm like, this is just a pain in the ass to deal with mentally and emotionally. I do not, if I like someone, I will immediately tell them, hey, I like you romantically. I'll be on it. Because like, how do you develop like, how do you develop love in a sense? But like, how do you grow like, yeah, I like this person? Is it like all at once, or is it like a gradual thing for you?
It definitely is. I think it's hard to say. A good topic to say is that I've never really felt love before, but I'm learning from mentor Bonnie so I can be prepared when the problem arises. Yeah, love is weird. Also, hi Forrest. I think for me developing love, it is probably like kind of almost instant, but also kind of like, how do I say? Because like I think there's like an instant chemistry or an instant interest, right? And then the actual like love and romance and like feeling like desire to be connected, I think is like, it takes time to be like, oh, I am like enamored with you fully, you know? Like for me, I don't know though, because I don't know, because I feel like also like when there's like that one moment of like, oh, there's interest, like I like this person, it for me quickly develops into love very fast. But like not instantly. Like it like the moment I'm like, oh, I think I like this person, it becomes like fast. Like very like oh my god, you know, like I'm now obsessed, basically. So it's a bit hard to be like when I can like fully pinpoint like love feeling, you know?
I think about that too, because I've had a conversation with like a friend where like we both agreed that if we were, it was like a friend I had through through streaming. Yeah. And we both agreed that like we have no feelings romantically for each other. Yeah. But if there was like a certain period of time where if we met each other in person, we would immediately grow romantic feelings just because like we had a really good connection with each other at that time, where it's just like it's just obvious that like the reason we wouldn't is because we're smart enough to be like, let's not do a long distance thing, that's stupid, and let's not even think about each other in that way. Where there are certain things that will happen for me where like certain interactions will be like, oh god damn it, the switch just got flipped, all right, I got feelings now, let's deal with this loser. Someone turn on the right feelings. Speaking of which, was New York the first time you met KJ?
Okay, before we talk about that, I want to say the only person I ever had those feelings for had someone else, so there was never really an option to confess. Yeah, that kind of, that does kind of put a wrench in the idea to confess. Yeah.
If that's the thing that happens to you, you just call it GG. You kind of
just GG, go next, pretty much.
Yeah, nothing you could do.
Unfortunately, that is the case.
Nothing you could do. Sometimes life sucks. I'll be real. Yeah. So sometimes you need to move to Vegas and you have no friends. It's just what happens.
Yes. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. So New York.
So
New York. I've heard some things about New York, but let's go with the things I haven't heard yet.
Yeah. Yes, it was. So God, okay. New York was the first time I sorry. Stop. Yes, it was the first time I met KJ ever, and I can mentally visualize the heart rate monitor going crazy. Shush.
Oh, we should have put a heart rate monitor.
No, please, no.
We should have put a heart
no,
rate
especially not right now.
Oh, it would have gone insane right now. Only because I know so many random things from that, but not everything.
Yes. Yeah. I am.
Carefully. You might give me more information I didn't know.
It's okay. Information can be out there for whatever's allowed to be shared mentally. I think I know what's okay to share, not share. But yes. So for context, because we're kind of just jumping this for no reason without knowledge. KJ is my partner, my boyfriend. He is another VTuber. And we are as much as I am trying to give flack to people treating VTubing as a Tinder, I did meet my boyfriend through VTubing.
Yeah, you did.
I am unfortunately one of the people who've done that. Yeah, we had been talking for, I think we were friends roughly for about 6 months-ish, I want to say, maybe 7 months-ish. Y'all moved in together yet? God, I wish. No, unfortunately, no. No. We are still long distance, yes. Tragic.
Dress guy, miserable.
Tragic indeed. Yeah, it is tragic. Yeah, so we met through VTubing. But you were living together? That's crazy. No, we don't live together now. We are fully opposite sides of the country in a sense, where we are two time zones away from each other. So yeah. They said that it's a bad idea, but work is still the main place you'll meet. That is true. Yeah, it technically is work for me. Yeah, you're right.
Don't you start. Don't you start. VTuber Tinder user.
Listen, we were friends for about 6 months, and then I think we had definitely, at least in my brain, I had an assumption that he might have liked me. But I also know that VTubing is like a very flirty area of thing. People just kind of flirt for no reason, for fun. And although I don't do it personally, because I just don't do it. I just not a thing that I do.
I only do it if you do it to me.
I know people do it. Like, I know there's a lot of people who do flirt for fun with their friends, with people that they're close to, with people that they don't know. It's just it's a thing. Everyone flirts. So like for a very long time, I didn't read it as like actually intentional. I think it was just kind of like whatever, like silly banter. I had not known how KJ looked for a very long time, and then so basically I knew how he looked the week of New York, basically, and I think he vaguely knew who I was and how I looked, whatever. But like we you know, there was no like actual visual like interaction, and that's also because we weren't dating either. Like there was no intention to know how each other looked because there was no intention, at least in my brain, of dating. So there was like that wasn't like a thing.
That makes what I know so much funnier.
It's very funny. It's very funny when you think about the circumstances. So yeah, we basically started dating the day that we met. It was kind of just because like I think probably equally for both of us. And I think this is the case for anybody. This is just like a general thing. If you like someone online, you gotta know who they are. You have to meet up with them in person. I do not think that you should ever date someone without knowing how they look, how they talk to you in person, their dynamic with you in person. Like, you need to know who someone is in real life before you date them. I know that, like, you know, I'm doing long distance, so that's whatever. But like, I wouldn't have dated him if I did not know, like, if I didn't meet him in person. Like, I wouldn't have at all. I did not think there was any, like, that, like, in my brain, I have to know, like, I need to know who you are. Like, I can't date somebody without having any actual confirmation that you are a real person, and that you are, like, you know, you would, like, be the same way that I, like, you know, talk to you, like, online, right? So, I just don't think it's a good idea. So that's why, like, I like, it's, it was just kind of like, well, you know? Does that make sense? It was like, well, now we're here. Now we're here.
Sky.
And imagine that you're flirting with somebody for like 6 months. Maybe let's say like three or whatever months. And then you meet them in person and you still like them. So like, what do you do then? You know? You just date them. You just date them. You kind of, forget all reason in life and you date them. And then now you date them for 2 years and you love them very dearly and you bug the heck out of them every day. So
absolutely insane.
Yeah, dating. Yeah, I didn't think that. To be fair, I did not anticipate going to New York and leaving New York, going to New York single and leaving New York with a boyfriend. I'll just say that way. Like, that was not what I thought was going to happen.
What I know about the New York story. Okay, so let's air out some dirty laundry right now.
Oh God.
This is that dropout show, Dirty Laundrette.
Yeah. Okay.
What I know about New York is
Yeah.
it was supposed to solely be let's all friends hang out and have a fun friend time. Okay. That's because I was a part of those plans to go to New York.
You were.
But I'm a poor boy who couldn't go to New York, so I just couldn't do it.
That's okay.
And then afterwards, I started hearing trickles of little angry people about New York because of you and KJ. Because instead of being we're gonna be friends forever, hang out, it became a hey, dude, when did two of our friends start dating? What happened? Well, guys. Did you know this was gonna happen?
No. So you're not fully wrong, but you're not fully correct either.
No, I just refuse to say the exact part I know I'm incorrect about.
So sorry,
about
Luca.
what started it.
No. So the thing that happened was that
So sorry, Luca kills me.
about 3 years ago at this point, I guess, maybe a little earlier than that, me and Tony made plans to meet up in New York because Tony's from LA. He's never been to New York City before. I love New York and I love visiting there very often. I love going to New York City. So when I had heard that Tony had never gone to New York, I'm like, oh my god, we should plan a girls trip. Let's go to New York together. What had happened after that? It was a girls trip. It was a girls trip. It was a girls trip. It was supposed to be just me and Tony, which is why I had initially booked the rooms for 2 people, and it was 2 beds, and that was only supposed to be for me and him initially. What happened was that during
much worse now that I know.
It's a little worse. What happened was that after this was like during a time where I was very actively being online. And I think it's because I wasn't as social offline. I'm a lot more social offline right now, especially that I've moved out, so I don't talk as much online, but during that phase, I was very much online all the time, talking to people, being in calls, and hanging out. And we were kind of solidifying more of a group of people to talk to. And I was like, oh, another friend of ours hadn't gone to New York either. I was like, I'll invite them. And then I was like, oh wait, I have a friend who lives near me. Like, maybe I should ask if he wants to go as well. It was Kiora. And then I was asked you if you wanted to go. And then what happened was that for a little bit, I was contemplating whether or not to ask Kay to come. Because for a couple of reasons. One, I knew that it would be kind of hard because of the distance and the money part of it. Would be like, it's an expensive trip. And I was like, I know. And then also because I felt bad if I kept on inviting more people to it. And then, but I was like, no, but I want to ask him if he wants to come. And if like, if he can't come, it's fine. But at least I asked in general. And I was like, hey, like, if you want to come, I would love to, like, it would be nice. So it was supposed to be about 4 to 5 of us. One of them dropped out like the week of. And during this entire time, and you have to know, me and Tony are, you can't see me, but I'm crossing my fingers. We are like that. We talk all the time. Unironically, we talk all the time. Yeah, so Tony knows that I Tony knows that I like Kay, basically. He knew that I liked him for a very long time. He also knew that I was planning to ask him to come to New York. And he was like, listen, whatever happens is gonna happen, and that's fine. I'm aware that something could happen. And he was like, honestly, I'd be mad if something didn't happen. And I'm like, fair. And between me and him, our agreement is that if the roles were swapped, and, he met a guy that he liked, and they were like, for the first time meeting, I wouldn't care what happened. So therefore, he doesn't technically care what happened either. But that might not be the shared sentiment for everybody who went to the trip, unfortunately, which is fair. I, for the rest of my life, will always feel really bad about it. That is just a constant in my life.
Look,
I feel bad.
Look, if the relationship didn't last, I say I would forever shame you. But it's been 2 years. It was worth it. Fuck everyone else. It was worth it. It's been 2 years.
To be fair, yeah, I think correct. I do think it's funny because Vixray, he told me before I went on my trip saying, do not. You don't have time for a boyfriend. Don't do anything. Do not.
To be fair, okay. I'll say this in like Kiora, Vixray, and all your IRL friends' defenses. Bro, they just saw you go through the literal like the Armageddon of relationships for you with one of the worst humans in the world.
Yeah.
And then saw you devolve into nothing but work. And then you're like, all right, guys, I know. And I know I just saw what this person looks like a week ago. But
yeah.
come on.
Yeah.
Come on,
Kiora was
please.
also like, please do not date him. And I'm like, I don't know. And also, in my defense, I just liked him a lot. I didn't think anything was gonna happen. Because again, it's so different knowing someone online than seeing them in person. I was like, there's like about like a 60 to 70% chance that he doesn't like me in person. You know? So I was like, there's a good chance that nothing happens because nothing can happen. Like, it's fair. I'm not gonna blame him, and I wouldn't be mad at him for that. That is fine. That's okay. So like, in my brain, I was like, there's like a 40% chance that he'll like me and actually like me still in real life. And like, it's fine.
Sky, I want you to know you were just fucking lying to yourself when you're saying that there's only a 40%. Sky, you see what you look like. You know what you look like. Stop lying to yourself. All right? Stop lying to yourself. Okay, buddy? Look. Your sister said KJ looks like Victor.
Stop.
And you're telling me Victor... Look, you're telling me Victor doesn't go after the hottest thing in the world with Jace and then Sky Bonnie? Victor's gonna go after what Victor wants.
Oh my god. Bonnie's hear me outs are worrisome. They are not. I think my hear me out. Okay, so okay, listen. Two things. One, hear me out is very different from me liking a character, okay?
Yeah.
I don't think Kay is in a hear me out. He is a very attractive person. So like
he is
that's different.
I don't know
that's different. My
Kay
hear me
looks like.
outs.
Sorry, Kay.
You don't get to ever.
Whoa! KJ, Kay, send me a picture immediately. Send me a picture immediately. Kay, don't listen to her.
Can I say something? Can I say something very funny?
She got you in trouble in New York.
No. Listen, he got me in trouble. No, don't you dare. I will defend this to my life. He got me in trouble.
Wait, I have a question.
I did not.
No. Because I've heard about apology gifts that were bought.
Oh my god, yeah.
Whose idea?
Me.
It was
me.
Get apology?
It was my idea.
That pissed everyone off way more.
I figured that out. Also, hi Moe. I figured that out.
Okay, like I said, not your fault. It was all Sky's fault. To be fair, I got in trouble for New York too. Yeah,
we were both in trouble. It's not my fault.
Okay, I will never give you blame. Just send me that picture of yourself.
Can I tell you something that's gonna that's at the risk of my own embarrassment?
Yeah, go for it.
On my Instagram, I will always post photos of Kate from either like a side of him or not his full face because I don't want anyone to know who he is. I don't want people to look at him because I can only look at him. So I purposely, legitimately never show his face ever because I don't know.
I need a
because it's for me to look at him.
Okay, do this for me. I've been the most real one with you for ages. You and me, Street Fighter 6 day ones, baby. Come on, Kay. Do this for me. Send me a picture.
I forgot you have my Instagram, so you've never actually seen his face either.
Yeah, no, I haven't.
Yeah, you have never, because so I've posted photos of him because he was visiting me. I've taken a bunch of sneaky photos of him.
Side photos and,
I have only ever posted photos of him from part of whatever part of him, but I've never posted his face.
Yeah, Sky posts pictures of herself, not of both of you together with your face shown.
So,
I hate this, Kay. How dare you? How dare you betray me like this?
That's cute peak possessive Bonnie. Listen, I don't think anyone needs to see my boyfriend. I have to see my boyfriend. I love him and no one else needs to look at him because it's for me. So
okay,
why?
I love how you're trying to find a good photo of yourself for me. That's like the cutest thing you've ever done for me. You're like, I can't show you a bad photo of myself. Okay, I'll be honest. If you show me a photo of you from your belly looking down at me, I'd be like, yeah, cool. Cool, that's a photo. I cannot look bad on the internet.
Post up photos and you can put together a collage of face bits to get the idea what he can look like. Yeah, exactly. You can just, you know, it's fine.
I make a 3D model of Kay.
Oh my
through
god.
Pictures of Sky. I think the funny part, you don't post it on your page. You post it on your story only. So
Yes.
you have
Yeah.
24 hours for each photo.
Yeah, and people can only see it for 24 hours and that's it. No one gets to... I gatekeep my boyfriend, okay? No one can look at him. I gatekeep him and I do not care. I don't want anyone... I literally...
Of him.
No.
Because I know Tony has a picture of him solely so he could judge him for you.
It's not even because it's like, oh, like, you know, I'm like like soft launching. I don't care.
Watching your boyfriend is...
I just don't want people to see him because he's mine. I don't want
that's
that.
A thing people do soft launch. Their
Yeah,
partners.
people do.
That's
I
such
soft launch technically. I did soft launch. Kay and I dating. I posted a photo of our hands, hand holding, and everyone's like, "What?" Because I just no one knew who this person was at all. So it was very, very funny. I got so many messages like, "Who? What? Huh?" Question mark.
Kay. Yeah, yeah. I love you, Kay. I love you, Kay. He just took a picture for me.
That's crazy.
Okay, you can never send that picture to Sky, okay?
That's crazy.
You can never send that picture to Sky.
That's messed up.
My picture.
That's messed up.
Sky can never see that picture.
That's messed up.
My picture.
That's too late.
Too late.
You saying to me too?
Fuck.
The gate has been breached. Oh, okay. That's a good photo.
Hate this. So angry.
But Bonnie, I'm face blind, but no one needs to see my boyfriend.
Don't worry,
They're
I'm
both
face blind
dorky and
too.
adorable.
I just saw it and I completely forgot what Kay looked like. Kay, you're hot. Let's go with that. The vibe's hot.
I'll kill you.
We're going with that. Don't you have any more questions for me?
Oh, I do, but you were asking me questions. We were talking, okay? That's not my fault. You were asking me about my life and my decisions.
Your special interest, Kay.
Yeah, my special interest is yeah. So true. Oh man, yeah. Yeah. What were you talking about? But why were we talking about New York? I feel like there was an actual question you asked me, but I didn't like
to be confessed.
Well, that was
to,
before.
which
That was
devolved
before.
into- what it's like to be confessed to devolved into being confessed, devolved into what to do when you like someone who's a friend, and that devolved into you having an online friendship that became a relationship.
Yeah.
And
I
how
would say
that came
advice
to
wise
be.
though, don't only date someone online if you know that you both have the intention to date each other, like for long term. I don't think it makes sense to date anybody at all, especially not long distance, if you both are not in it to be like actually together. It doesn't make any sense. It doesn't. I mean, to be fair, I say that for real life as well, but it's a little bit more like wishy-washy because like people like to date for fun, and I don't personally get it. People do it, and I'm not going to judge someone for what they want to do with their life as long as people are consenting, both of them, and are fine with it. But like, especially online, if you're putting in that much effort and time, don't like be it for like because you actually like want to be with the person. Like it doesn't make sense. You know, it's a commitment, but yeah. Dating online funny. Haha. But also don't let someone tell you know how they look in person and you talk to them and hang out with them. That's like my big thing. Please, anybody ever. Only date someone if you know them. Like only meet up with them and talk to them and then be like, oh cool, you're a person that I like being with. Put in the work if you wanted to work, or just step back and let someone. Yes, exactly. Let them find someone who wants to put in the effort. Yes. Yeah. What is the whole thing where it's like, don't let your boyfriend stop you from finding your husband?
What the fuck?
Like that, but like not in a weird way. As in like, if you're like, don't be with someone if you don't actually intend on being with them forever. Like if you don't want to put in the effort and put in the time for them, and they want that, let them find the person who's gonna do that for them. You know, like it's just that just makes more sense. Like let them find someone who actually is willing to do that effort and care for them and be there for them. So anyway, I don't have a good way to segue this, so I'm not gonna have to think about it. What are some personal boundaries you think that are important for streamers to have? Because you asked me about boundaries too, and that is a good question in general. But there's no way to talk about it from talking about relationships. I mean, I guess that technically there is a way, but like, eh.
Yeah, I think finding out what you're comfortable with is a very much a journey, especially as a streamer, because you end up going through phases of like trying to act a certain way in order to capture an audience's attention.
Mm-hmm.
And that's all cool.
Yeah.
And overall, for 99% of people, streaming will forever be a fun little hobby that they will enjoy, and all that. I think if that's the case, I think everyone should create a boundary of like comfort and safety, to be honest. Like, do not be like streaming for the sole fact of dating someone. You're like, oh, I'm gonna find my VTuber girlfriend this way. Be very much
no, don't be scared of love.
I think for me, the biggest thing is realize how sexual do you want your content to be, essentially. I think I've basically created a I make a joke where I think my content has become anti-sexual. Where like any sex talk is like Gibble Gobble the Goblin is says the fuck word. It's like, it's not sexy at all. It's just like, oh, that's goofy and dorky.
Oh, okay, yeah, I understand that.
Oh, this guy is a dog boy who barks. That's fucking dorky as all hell. There is no like any other way to look at it or anything like that. It's and I think you do have a lot of control over how your audience talks or treats things and acts ways. If you genuinely don't like if you're a sensitive person and can't handle your audience bullying you, you genuinely have so much control on what is okay or not okay. Genuinely, what you could just choose not to read certain things out loud, and those things don't get posted anymore.
Yeah.
It's one of those things where as a streamer you have the control of how everything runs on it. So you have to figure out about 3 things. How okay are you making sex jokes, and how far you're okay with like people coming to you with those?
Yeah.
Are you okay being made fun of? And if not, like, what is your boundary of like someone joking about you? And the third thing is I think you just genuinely need to have a sort of especially VTubing specifically, you need to split the IRL life and the VTubing persona apart from each other, because it could get overwhelming and like consuming, where like all you're doing is the VTubing stuff and you're not fully focused on like yourself in the IRL space. So like you'll end up going out, and this isn't from personal experience, I swear, and you'll end up like you'll end up saying an inside joke of your stream, but to your IRL friends who don't watch your stream, and you'll be like, oh shit,
oops, whoops.
Oh. Or you'll just call your friends chat sometimes, and then you just have to deal with being made fun of for that.
Yeah, you do. That's hilarious.
Yeah.
That's fair. I can agree with that. Yeah,
I think the split of IRL and VTubing, I think, is genuinely the most important. And if you don't have a good IRL social life, go work on that, please. Stop using VTubing as a dating app.
I mean,
Sky.
Hey, I did not intend on it, okay? I just like the guy a lot enough that I dreamed about him like 3 times. And And then I started dating
to a
him.
New York trip where
Yeah.
everyone got mad at you and him. Poor him. He didn't deserve it. He's just a guy.
Hey. If you knew the extent that he does kind of, we take equal blame. So
No, I know the extent. I know exactly what happened. It's just one of those things. I don't want to know more details.
yeah.
Everyone was mad.
I think the what was it, the IRL on online thing is super important. There is, I feel like people have I don't know, I maybe take it to an extreme where I really don't like talking about anything that happens in my IRL life, like unless it's really pertinent enough to my streaming stuff. Like if it's like impacting my streaming things, then I will only mention it. But if it's like not, I do not mention anything at all. I don't mention. I need that very strict division because it makes me more comfortable to know that I'm like, I had this one place around that I'm like, I can be, you know, be like playing video games and be silly and whatever. And then I have my online stuff. I mean, I have my IRL stuff that is like very, you know, different from how I present myself online. I mean, it's not super different, but it is a little bit different. So I think that's very, very important. I also think that people need to, people are surprised how much you do curate your environment. Like you really do. Like the way that you present yourself and what you can tolerate allows what is able to be like, you know, in your chat.
If you stream, if you're just an art streamer nonstop that's miserable, or you're playing cool games like Hollow Knight, you know, it depends on, you know, you could change that.
Yes, you can. You can change your content and you can change the people who kind of hang out in your streams. Like it's the whole like the chat reflects the streamer thing, which is true. Like it does. Like if you like whatever you tolerate and you put up with in your chat will allow people like that to continue to come back and have people who also like that, you know, enter your chat as well. It's like if you don't want that like kind of like, you know, personality or dynamic or like, you know, banter, then like you basically shut it down as soon as you can, and that's fine. Like that, like you have to do that. You have to be like able to like assert certain things. Like I don't do anything sexual at all. I don't I try to make my stream somewhat like, you know, all age friendly as long as you're above TOS, because like it's for me, that's my comfort level. I know plenty of people who don't do that and who are very adult, and that's totally fine. It's their comfort level. But it's like, you know,
I'll say the word.
Thank you. And I think that it's like, you know, it's important to be able to like be confident in those things. I think that's like an issue that I think a lot of people have. They don't have the confidence to know what their boundaries are, and you need to. Like just in life with people, but especially streaming, like you need to be confident like knowing where your limits are. And also if you suddenly they change, being confident like, hey, actually I'm not okay with that anymore, or like, hey, I'm okay with this now. Like you have to be able to be like, yeah, actually things can change and I'm more okay or less okay with things. It's important to be able to be like aware of that, because people kind of will like, it's like the what is it called, like the little what is the term, they'll take a what is the term where it's like anyways, you give someone a very small amount of something and they'll just keep on continuing, and like they keep on taking it way too long.
Give a mouse a cookie.
Well, not that exactly. It's the term with the mile. What is it? It's like a thing.
You give it,
oh yeah,
give them
yes,
an inch and they'll
yes.
take a mile.
Yes, thank you, that one. Also the mountain and the molehill is kind of also similar, but more the inch and the mile one, because it's like people, you give them a one chance to be funny, or like, you know, give you banter, or like give you a joke that maybe you don't like, but you let it slide one time, right? They'll keep doing it. They'll keep doing it. And they'll keep doing it, and then like you gotta be like, hey, no, that's not, don't like it, you know? Like Puss Gang's fine. That one's okay. It's silly and I don't care. That's fine. it's fine. So like you have to be aware. Like for me, I know where my limits are. If I was unhappy or upset or like very uncomfortable, I would make that known fully. Which is why like certain things I will jokingly say back to, like, it's fine. I don't like, you know, I would like you guys to trust that I know what is comfortable for me and what I would allow on my stream. And so that like people can feel comfortable enough to be like, as like, you know, in not to be like a bad term, but like the walking on eggshell thing. Like I don't want people to feel they're going to be worried about saying the wrong thing in my stream if I can't address my own boundaries correctly. You know, like if I can't be someone like, hey, this is okay or not okay, I don't want people to be uncomfortable in my stream because they don't know what they can say or not say. You know what I mean? So like that's also really important. Being able to like know how to address yourself and addressing that you're okay with or not okay with. I thanks for calling me dorky. I think it's funny. I think I am quite dorky as a person. Guru dropping sage wisdom. I hope I give good advice sometimes, or talk about things that are important sometimes. I feel like I have a very many thoughts on, how do I say this? I feel like I have a lot of thoughts when it comes to like interpersonal connections, because I've had to deal with so many people in my life in general. And so like it is important to me to know how to interact with somebody and like how they want to interact with me, and also because like streaming is so interactive and it's like so many people at once and talking to them and like making those connections, that it's like it's important to know how to be a person and like how to interact with other people. And like at the end of the day, like the dynamic is kind of weird, right? Like it is a streamer and a viewer, but like you're still making connections, so there should still be boundaries that you were able and comfortably able to be set, you know? Yeah. I think you already talked about it a little bit, but like what do you think your personal boundaries are that might be a little bit different from other people?
That might be different from other people.
Or maybe not the same as others fully.
I think I'm way more okay being the butt of the joke.
Yeah.
Like, I think all streamers have like some sense of the butt of being like the person they're joking on.
Yeah.
I think for me though, it is genuinely I'm playing an away game all the time when I bring people on.
Yeah.
Like, they're gonna be on my stream, but they will be so happy for another person to be on the stream instead. They will be like, oh, this is my person. Screw Citri. We got Sky Bunny on stream? I didn't want Citri to begin with.
Oh.
I'll leave. Citri, get out of here. And I think I'm way more okay with that.
Yeah?
Like I'm a very self-confident person.
That's good.
Arrogance also the case. It's also another word for it. Where I am funny. I know that. I'm very a charismatic person. I know that. I'll say it. I'm pretty attractive. They don't know that, but I know that.
They don't know that. You have face cam. Like you've had clips of you with your face on though.
Face cam.
Yeah.
And I am a good-looking person.
Humble Citri. So true. The humblest person, the most modest and humblest person I've ever met in my life.
So like, one of my biggest thing also is making sure, because I did so many game shows, I want the guests to not feel stupid, because a lot of the game shows, you know, were point-based. You'd get actual points for them. So there'd be winners and losers, and I'd feel bad about like someone being a loser on a show I made. Especially if they were losing real bad.
Yeah.
Or so, you know, sometimes I would just fudge the numbers up. Sometimes I'd, you know, do this or that on who correctly buzzed or whatever, all that fun stuff. Okay. But more importantly, I made it to where the 3 guests made fun of me instead of like anything else. They were against me.
Yeah.
It wasn't like
the enemy of my enemy is my friend.
Exactly. I was the enemy. And that's basically what I've done to chat. I'm chat's enemy. I'm not their friend. I'm their enemy at this point. And I think that's something like you can't just do for everyone. Not like, I feel like if you did that and chat was just really mean to you all the time, you'd have a lot less fun.
I think I probably, I don't know. I don't think I care as much because like, it depends, because like for me, I know I'm bad at games, so when someone's like, oh my god, how can you do this, I'm like, I don't care. I know I am. It doesn't bother me. Yeah. And then like constructive criticism doesn't bother me. Like it's like if I'm drawing something incorrectly, that's fine. I went to art school, I got pummeled for like 4 years about being bad at something. It's fine. I don't care about it either. I think at least for where I am right now mentally, I don't really think it'd bother me as much, but I think for me, I personally curate an environment in my brain ideally for people who are also very like who seek companionship, right? Because I didn't have a lot of friends growing up in real life, and I oftentimes like would turn to online spaces for friends and for connection and having people to talk to and hang out with. And so for me, I like having that space for someone who's like, oh, you know what? Like I don't have someone to hang out with today. Like it's good to have someone else to talk to. And like that's like the space that I want to curate, where people can feel comfortable and talk and hang out and vibe and, you know, be, you know, with someone else who like understands how much it sucks to not have people to talk to and hang out with. Like that's like what I like. So would I care if people were bullying me on stream? Not really, but like that's not the environment that I wish to curate. You know?
Would never grow that environment.
Yes,
though. You would never grow that environment.
Yeah.
But also, just a quick question, side tangent from this completely.
Mm-hmm.
It's okay if you stop playing Hollow Knight. All right. It could get really depressing. It's okay if you just put it down and don't finish it. You played the game.
I'm
long
having
enough.
a great time.
You went okay. I just want to make sure.
Yeah.
Because
I'm having a great time.
Part of the game where the game kind of just kills you, and you're like, "Fuck, fuck."
No, I'm having a great time.
Like, really bad benches where you're like, oh, I just died. Not like this.
Honestly, the only thing that like caused me so much distress, I think, is the Crystal Mounds. That was the one where I was like, I'm in mental anguish. But like, other than that, That was like the only that, and then the green paths little like parkour section, or what's it called? Yeah, no, like platforming section.
Yeah.
Those two were like, I feel like I'm dropping the ball, man. But like, other than that, I'm not someone who like, because I know most time in games it's coming from me being bad. I have a very high bar of like being like, my frustrations take a long time because I'm like, I know it's my fault. If it was for me, if the game was like unfair, I'd be mad faster.
I feel like you're very objective with what people can make fun of you. It's like, oh, they're making fun of me because I'm bad at this. I am bad at this. They are correct.
100%.
If you go into my stream, I'm literally playing like one of the hardest levels, and they'll look at me being like, dude, why didn't you just first try it? And I'm just like, I fucking hate all of you. And they're like, have you ever beaten this game? It's like, nah, I didn't get past the first stage. I'm like, I'll eat your hands right now. I'll eat your hands completely. I swear. Keep on talking your little shit. I'll find you.
I am so like generally when I talk about art school, and I'm not doing this to be annoying, it does teach you so well how to take criticism, because I'm like, if I'm bad at something, I know I'm bad at something now, and I do not take that to heart. I'm like, I get it. No, I am bad. I do suck, and that's fine. That's okay.
You're better at Hollow Knight.
I definitely know. I feel more comfortable playing the game than I did in the beginning, for sure, 100%. And I can admit,
totally play Celeste now and be.
I think I could maybe be. Yeah, I actually genuinely I think maybe I could be better than I used to be.
I think you got better at dashing in Hollow Knight, and that's why I think you could be better at Celeste.
True. For me, it is very objective. I'm like, if it's something that I have confidence in, right? Like if someone made a comment in real life about my fashion choices, I'd be annoyed because I'm like, I know what I like. I know I dress a way that I like. And if you're gonna comment on it, then I'm gonna be annoyed with you because that's not true. But like, with things that are like things that I know are like whatever, I'm like, I don't like, it's fine. I know I'm bad, and that's okay. That's why I welcome people to make fun of me for it, because it's fine. It's funny when someone is bad at something. It's like that's that's not like, you can't lie. That is funny when someone's like doing something poorly, especially if you're good at it too. Like if you know you can do that and someone can't do it, it's like, wow, that's so silly, you know? So like, I don't really care that much, but. Again, I personally think that which is why like I don't have a bully the streamer like boundary. I'm like, I don't care. Like, it's not a big deal. Like, if you want to make fun of me, you can make fun of me. It's only like, as long as it makes sense. At least make fun of me for a thing that makes sense. You know, that's all it is. But yeah.
Yeah, no.
I know a lot of people don't though. A lot of streamers are really, which I think is good. If you are uncomfortable, I think you should set that boundary. But a lot of people do not like being bullied by chat, which I think, depending on what they like say and what they do, I can see it getting very old very quickly.
I also think that's all right. I'm a very blame the streamer type of person when it comes to like chat issues, mainly because like I think chat's not individuals. They're just a monolith when you get to like bigger number streamers. Hive mind. They very much hive mind. If a joke gets a laugh once, they'll make the same joke like 4 more times.
Yes, yes.
And if it keeps on getting actions. So I was a moderator for a semi-large streamer, like a 100 viewer streamer. All right.
Is the one I were thinking of?
Yeah.
Okay.
Zeus Mythos.
Wow, you name dropped. That's crazy. I didn't think you were gonna do it.
Yeah, I don't care about name dropping them at this point. But one of the things we talked about a lot, specifically the moderators, because we were all her friends, is the fact that like we would get sick of chat a lot of the times for being not funny, and like and we would just like, we would put jokes in every time we got really tired of a joke. We would make a new joke to put in that
redirect.
The chat would then
redirect,
grab onto, and then run into the ground.
Yeah.
Until we need to make another joke.
Yeah.
Because they're not like, it's not like a group. Chat isn't like a group of friends all talking to each other and creating something new. It's like, it is very much just a hive mind.
They're just parrots. And a lot of times when it gets bigger.
And you just grab onto something and like. So when I see like, I've seen streamers get really upset about like certain jokes get made and repeated, and I'm like, you just got to throw something new at them. New shiny toy. Actively tell them no, and they will be like, oh, okay.
Yeah.
We got told no.
Yeah.
This is new. All right then. All right.
I think it's because also a lot of times it's like people who watch bigger streamers as well. Like like 9 out of 10 times, I feel they're probably coming from like an offline thing. Like they're coming from like a random post or a Twitter thing or whatever. So they've seen like maybe 1 or 2 things about their content. And so they'll probably like just make a comment because like, oh, I want to be funny. I want to be part of the group. I want to do something.
No, not
and it's
the,
not...
Hey Sky, I think I love you becoming the popular thing people come into my chat and say. And
I hope it is. I hope so.
I hope it is in your chat. I hope new people, first time chatters come in and say, hey Sky, I think I love you.
Oh my god.
And then immediately put the sad frowny face underneath.
Honestly, I think it's hilarious, and I think it'll stay. I think it'll stay funny and hilarious for the rest of my life. It is so funny. It's hilarious. It's so funny.
I'm the villain here.
You are. I think you knew what you were getting into when you sent it to me. I think you fully knew. So that's your fault. I don't know. I remember there's like there's this one streamer who is in like a corpo, and he like very often will be like, hey, this joke is done now. And I think it's hilarious. I appreciate it, but I think it's hilarious. He's like, hey, we're done with this now. There's no more. It's so funny to me because I'm like, honestly, fair. You should just do that. You should be like, yeah, nope, we're good. We're done now. We're moving on from this joke. It's no longer funny. Because I think there is like that like, it's just like there's so many times you can hear one thing over and over again. There's just so many times you can be like, this is getting tiring, you know? Especially when it's like of like something that you've done, right? Like if it's like a joke you've made or like a little quip you've made or like a thing. When it's like someone's like repeating your own thing back to you, it's like, okay, all right. Like maybe get some new material or have independent thought just for like one moment and then we're good. Then we're fine. But like, you know.
I think about this a lot, especially with like, you know, you'll make a group joke with your friends and then your friends will repeat it. And
it's like when you do a typo.
Exactly. And then like, that'll just get repeated. But because it's like your friends, you talk to them every once in a while, it's not like 100, it's like 4 people in your friend group that would say it. Not like in chat where every person will say it. New people will come in and start saying it. Another group of people will come in and start saying it. You're like, Jesus fucking Christ, shut up already with my joke. No,
streamer hates
totally
me.
Named
No,
Dan. I hate you.
No,
I'm the villain here.
I
Sky's
never.
the nice one. I'm the villain.
I don't think personally I've actually ever had a chatter in my time that I like had like a regular chatter that I was like actually upset with ever, except for like one time when I just started and someone was like 11 and I'm like, you can't be here. You are 11 years old. And then I had to ban them
out of here
because they were 11 years old. So, but yeah, I don't think I've ever actually like really had. Again, there was obviously there was a time where like someone was kind of pushing my boundaries in terms of being like very romantically involved, like trying to be very romantically inclined with me.
Look, you already sent me the frowny face. Okay, you don't have to keep on.
Adding fuel to the fire. Yes, you can be here.
We already got the clip, okay? Well, I already know what the hell you're gonna post as your first clip here.
How the heck did an 11-year-old even get here? So before I started streaming, I used to be like an Instagram artist person and I had like 50k-ish followers. I abandoned that account, by the way. I just fully I was like, okay, goodbye. And it's just, I don't go on it ever again. At the time that I was making the switch from doing Instagram art to like wanting to do something else because it was getting very tiring to post every single day, I was like, hey, I think I'm gonna try streaming. So then I started like posting on that, you know, whatever. I was in the Genshin side of the community where I did Genshin art, which means that there was a wide range of people who played Genshin, especially at that time because it was a very new game still. And people, you know, younger audiences and older people, and there was a very big range of people that were following me on that point. So I think it wasn't like, which is why like I don't blame them, but they were like way too young to be on Twitch. I was like, no, I'm like, I can't, like you cannot be on here. And they tried to make several different accounts to be, I'm like, nope. And I would ban them every time. So I'm like, nope, sorry, no. Like I am for everyone's age, but like normally that means like if you're like younger, you're accompanied by an adult who's watching me, because I've had parents who watch me with their children, which I think is totally fine. And I love that. So like, that's fine. But you yourself, who is under the age of 13 for Twitch's TOS, cannot be here on your own. You know what I mean? At least not tell me that. Don't tell me that you're young. So like, that's my boundary I have a lot. I don't want to know people's ages directly, ever. I don't really pay a lot of attention to it too much when people are like very, like,
man.
Like if they're making like a one or two comments here or there, but I don't want people to like tell me directly their age. This is a big thing because I actually have a question about this after this. I don't want to know someone's age. I don't want to know where you live directly. I don't want to know like your real name. I don't want to know anything about you personal at all, right? We can talk about like silly little anecdotes about our life and that's fine. And like, you know, I mean like, oh, I'm an adult or I'm a young adult or like whatever. That's like, you know, like vague things. I don't want to know anything about people, like, ever. Because it's not safe for you. I am a normal person, yeah, but, like, not everyone's gonna be a normal person. And not everyone who watches content is gonna be like, you know, if someone stumbles across my stream at some point and they just see that part of it, they now, a random person just knows all this information about you now, right? So, like, I don't want to know anything about anybody. That's a very, like, a relatively strict rule that I have. Like, I don't want to know personal information about, like, that type of stuff, you know? So, I don't know why, like, people don't talk about it as much, but like, there's a lot of times people just like tell you things that they should not know about you. And people post on Twitter too, like VTubers even, like you know, normal streamers will post things that they should not be posting about themselves. And I'm just like, you guys have no internet safety. Why? Citricos, what happened to internet safety? Where'd it go? Please. That's my question. That is I genuinely, what happened to internet safety?
God. Okay. I've thought about this. Phones and Facebook, that's what happened to internet safety. Phones and Facebook literally destroyed. You're only like 3 years younger than me, I think.
Yes, or 2-ish, I think.
3, 2, something like that. I'm
yeah.
Old. When I was growing up, you know, Disney Channel, Cartoon Network, Nickelodeon, PBS Kids, they would have their websites. They would tell you to go on their websites and then say, hey, also be careful, please have your parents do this for you.
Yeah.
Because you're a little kid, be safe on the internet.
Yeah.
You don't see that at all anymore. Now it's like TikTok telling you,
give me your address, give me your ID, tell me everything about you.
ID. Also post a picture of yourself on your profile picture and post videos of yourself.
It's crazy. And it's it's worse in the VTubing community too, because people will be like posting where they live or where they're going or what they're doing, and I'm like, guys.
And then, like, I'm one to blame, but that's just because like I said, I'm an old man at this point. No one's gonna come chasing after me. I don't do nothing, you know. I'm no longer the heartthrob teen I used to be, you know. It is just genuinely like, there's no more safe space for a kid to be in.
There is not.
On the internet.
There is not.
Like,
I see people on Twitter being like, I'm 14. And I'm like, don't tell people your age. Don't do that. Don't say that you're 14 online.
Barely exist anymore.
Yeah, they're just their names. Like, I mean, like, Tilly just they tell you to use your real name for Roblox? That's crazy. Do not use your real name on anything ever. Unless like an official, like, you know, government, like you're trying to like do your bank or PayPal, because you kind of have to. No, never. People just be putting their whole name on things. I'm like, stop it. No.
Like, it's genuinely insane. Just that thought of people. The kids don't have computer classes anymore either.
It's so unfortunate. I loved being able to type online for fun.
Parents are putting their kids in coding classes because they're on their phones a lot. Kids don't know how to right click sometimes.
It's crazy. There's like a huge disparity of like, basically a lot of younger kids do not know how to use laptops or computers because they use their phones, and that's all they know how to use is a phone and not like a laptop or a computer. And like they are basically in my brain the same as like a boomer who has never used a computer, because that is like that is equal to me in terms of ability and like understanding how to say like a PDF document. Like they don't know how to do that. They don't know how to save things or export things or like rename things or like move files. I'm like, are you okay? How are you existing in life? It's unfortunate.
Yeah,
unfortunate.
No, so like it just genuinely, it's a twofold thing where internet companies don't want you to have safety on the internet anymore, because they get money from you telling everything about yourself.
I bet
so they can sell your data.
Yeah.
And also, it's just so normalized now due to Facebook, due to like Instagram, just wanting your face to be your profile picture. Facebook having your actual name be there is actually the downfall of everything.
It's horrifying. I hate that. I like, and for me, that's why I'm personally so drawn to VTubing specifically, is because I don't like having a lot of my information out there. Like, I don't want people to know anything about me really, and like that's why I prefer to kind of be that anonymous part of my life that way. And like that's a very big boundary for me. I'm like, I don't think I'll ever do a face reveal. I don't think I'll ever do like anything. Like, it's very adamant to me that I keep that boundary safe for myself, because it's like that's my life. That's where I am, and that's where I don't need people to know about me. And I don't, and like, because like I've mentioned before, like, you know, I have been stalked and I don't want that to happen again. And it's like, that's like a very specific thing. I'm like, I don't, you know.
It truly does suck that you are a woman that have to deal with women problems.
Yeah.
Because if you didn't have to deal with the problems of being a woman, your face card, instant 50K followers.
You are too kind to me. You know that?
Bro.
You are still the only person who's ever said that I'm prettier than Aphrodite, which is an insane compliment to give somebody. I do think about that compliment a lot. It's a very nice compliment to give somebody.
It's not a compliment. It's just facts at that point. Like, I saw that, jaw dropped. I was like, oh my god. I think about that, seeing that image for the first time, because I'm like, you know, people aren't that pretty. People in the world aren't that pretty. They don't look like Sky, you know? Like, when you see the problem chat is, if you ever saw what Sky looked like, you'll just be like, yeah, everyone's pretty ugly compared to that at this point. I can't, nothing.
That's crazy.
Hey,
I do agree with him. Thank you.
I've long known. You know, if you were to compare me to Sky, you know, what can I do at that point?
That's like crazy.
It's like I put Celeste on for Sky. What can she do at that point? Nothing. You just gotta accept it at that point, okay?
That's crazy. Beauty is subjective. Yeah, beauty is very subjective.
Beauty is subjective until you meet Sky, and then you realize, oh, I guess I don't think it is subjective.
That's crazy. It's very kind of you. You were far too kind. I do think it's very funny. Oh.
I want all these words scrubbed from the face of the internet the moment I get a girlfriend, guys. I need that. I need this all gone. I cannot have this ever reaching the public. That's
so funny. You are so funny, man. It is really funny because I don't think I'm particularly a very attractive person myself. I don't think I'm like ugly. I just don't think I'm super attractive. And it's really funny because there was that one time where I personally, permanently clipped, so true, where I personally don't think that I looked super nice that day, and some random guy gave me a note with his number on it and said that I was 11 out of 10. And I still think about that, kind of like, wow, that's crazy. Imagine doing that. That's insane. I was like, wow. Huh.
Chat, if you were at a coffee shop and then you saw Sky walk in, the world is different at that point. You're like, this is what the world looks like with color. Insane.
You were too nice to me. I appreciate that. I do. I never look nice. No girl talks to me normally except my friend. Well, I mean, you know, I think, again, we just talked about beauty not being subjective, so, you know, I would...
because I don't like being social. Yeah, that's fine.
You know, I have made some, like... Hey, rude. I make some friends a lot actually going to cafes. It's funny. It's surprising how much going to a cafe and having, like, an iPad with you and drawing on it physically is, like, people are like, whoa, what are you doing? And I'm like, I am an artist. Which is why I was...
Do you think you have pretty privilege?
I do not think I have pretty... Absolutely not. No.
You're insane.
I do not think I have pretty privilege at all. There's no way. There's no way.
I need to talk to your IRL friends. I need to talk to your Vigs. I need to talk to them all and be like, hey, you need to tell me the truth. Is Sky stupid and has...
I mean, like, I've gotten, like, free drinks, but that's, like, any woman gets a free drink. So, like, that's not...
Any woman who's boobily gets free drinks, and it's never comfortable.
So true. Yeah. No, because, like, I think it's because there's a branching off point where it's like, oh, I'm drawing, so people will talk to me, and that's fine. Because, like, that's initially why I even thought the guy was gonna, like, come up and talk to me, because I thought he saw me drawing, and I was like, oh, he wanted to, like, to ask me to be a graphic designer for him, because it's like 7 out of 10 now, let's say like we'll say like 4 out of 10 times people talk to me, they're like, can you do this for me? And I'm like, I can give you my commission info, but I do not do that. So like, if you want to, you can. Because I've done that many a times actually. So I just assumed that because he was like a business guy, I was like, oh, this surely is what he's gonna ask me about, is like graphic design. So I don't know, I think people talk to me because I do stuff outside, like I'm doing art, and also I dress kind of unconventionally as well. I don't dress super normally, and not to be like, oh, I'm different. I'm not different. I just don't like. I dress in a much more unique way. That's all. Like I know I do, and it's a thing that I just accept at point. I'm like, I like what I like, and so it's fine. Emo Bonnie? When I was in high school, yeah. But not now. Fashion designer for sure. I do like clothes a lot. I'm a very big, I like dressing up. I feel like it's fun to put on nice clothes that I like and that I think look good on me, and that's why it's like, for me, I never care what people think about my outfits, because I'm like, I know what I like, and I don't care what people think of, like, if it's good or bad. I'm like, I like these kind of outfits. I like to, you know, wear a petticoat and wear a bunch of like skirts and like have 1,000 accessories on me and like wear like I like doing it. It's fun. It's fun for me. So, you know, yeah. I do not have pretty privilege. It's so funny. It's so funny.
I think you're insane.
Oh,
I think you're
okay.
just insane.
Okay.
I think if I were to, it's easy being a man. I won't lie, for look wise. Because I'm like a 6 out of 10. I won't lie. I'm like a 6 out of 10. But also I'm confident, I'm charismatic, I have a great personality.
Yeah.
And because of that, my 6 out of 10 self, 10 out of 10 at that point, you know?
I mean, personality is very important.
A girl, look, if you're a guy, it's so, just work on yourself, all right? Work on yourself. Because let me tell you something. Just being a decent human being puts you a leg above almost every other guy in the world.
Yeah, that's fair.
It's not hard, everyone. This is...
Also,
Look.
yeah, sure. It is like a podcast or something. I thought about labeling this as a podcast. It is just, it's...
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's
vaguely
gonna get
podcasty.
devolved into clips of me saying, "Hey Sky, I think I love you," and frowny face. But you know, for the time being, it is.
Yeah,
the
vaguely
stream itself is a
podcast-esque.
podcast.
Yeah.
That will be devolved into multiple short clips that I will
Ideally.
suffer from.
Ideally, yeah. My favorite.
Ideally, yeah. No, like, it's like thinking about all the awful people Sky has dated before her current relationship.
That's crazy.
And I'm just like, wow, they weren't even that attractive, and Sky still like, Sky, you can get an Aphrodite out of 10 by being like a unamusing, lame loser that you know, that's absolutely the worst person ever. And someone like Sky would date you somehow.
That's crazy. Right? I would say younger Sky, who doesn't know how to deal with people, would maybe say yes to that. But now I make good decisions. I make good decisions.
Now she makes good decisions.
Yeah.
I like him for his personality.
Being kind to people, I get hated. Defending myself, I seem rude. What do I do? It's hard to read people. I think as long as your intentions are good and genuine, then nothing you like, whatever it is, like, you know, you'll find someone who's able to understand you for what you are trying to be, as, you know, what is true to yourself. I think it's important to like know what your intentions are, and being able to come across with those right intentions is really important. And some people get it, some people won't get it, and that's just kind of life. That's just how it's gonna be.
I also think a lot of people have the Goob syndrome.
The what now?
Do you know Meet the Robinsons, that Disney Pixar movie?
Yeah.
Do you remember the like main villain? His name was Goob.
Oh yes, and how it's like everyone hates me, but they don't actually hate him.
Everyone hated me.
Mm-hmm.
I think a lot of people do have the Goob syndrome because they're not. A lot of people need outward validation, and that's just really poor for socializing. If you need outward validation from everyone consistently, you're not gonna be able to socialize with people in a healthy manner. Because eventually, you'll say something and it will come off the wrong way, and instead of brushing it off, you'll be like, "Oh my God, they hate me now because I said something that didn't land the right way," and they'll be upset about it.
Yeah.
I think being able to not have goob syndrome,
It's hard though.
it's very hard. I won't
Yeah.
lie.
I have that, like, partly. It's more where, like, I kind of, like, I get in my head a lot about interactions. Because I'm like, what if they hate me now? I'm like, did I do something wrong and now do they hate me? And that's, like, a thing that I think, like, obviously it's not anyone else's responsibility to fix that about yourself. You kind of have to learn how to do it yourself. Which is, like, to be fair, doesn't mean that people can't give you grace and be like, I understand that you feel this way and I reassure you I care about you and I love you and you're important to me. And that's a good thing to do. That's a good thing to be able to offer your friend. But also, me, or the person, has to learn how to be, like, not super hypercritical and assume everything is automatically negative towards them. That's like a thing people have to work on, and myself included. I do still have to, like, be, you know, not as harsh on myself and my interactions, but, like, you know, it's like, you can't always, as you mentioned, it's not good to always look for outward validation for everything that you do. Like, you need to learn at some point how to be okay with yourself and be confident in yourself and be, like, you know, self-assured, right? And, like, again, you should be okay with also giving a friend some reassurance. It's a good thing to do, but also, you know, they need to learn. At some point, they need to learn how to be, like, you know, okay. That's,
Save?
like, I think
Can you-
important.
All right,
I saved my life.
Save the screenshot.
I got it. Save my mentality. Oh, girl, I'm so sorry. Yeah, I believe in you. It's okay. It's hard. It's really, really hard. I am someone who, I don't think I come across as a confident person, but I definitely was much less confident in my life before. And I was much more like down on myself, and I was, you know, like, it's no surprise that I was super depressed for a lot of my life, and, like, it's also, like, not surprising that I, you know, didn't have a huge social life and I didn't have a lot of friends, and, like, you know, I've had a lot of bad experiences with people in general, so, like, I don't trust people's words a lot, but I also need to be like, I want to assume the best of people, right? And so if I'm always, like, leaving an interaction like, oh, they hate me, I'm like, why am I assuming someone hates, like, why am I assuming the worst of somebody else, right? Like, that's not very fair to them. You know, to assume that they just automatically hate me for no reason, that seems like very mean to assume of your friend that they hate you, right? Like, they wouldn't do that to you, they wouldn't lie about that, like, you know, like, them caring about you or whatever. So, like, I've been trying to, like, reframe my brain, be like, okay, like, that's not very fair to me to be like that with them, you know? It's not fair for me to assume that.
I don't think I look that good. Think Citri said I'm more attractive than Aphrodite.
You know, fair.
Think about
Yeah.
that.
Visual confidence is hard though. Like, especially if you grow up, you know, not within, like, a certain beauty standard or whatever. And for me, I only kind of started getting, like, a lot of actual attention when I got older, and it was, like, very weird for me to be like, oh, people like me now? That's strange. Even though I started dating when I was in middle school. So, but those are, like, you know, it's a bit different when, you know, whatever. But
I think my first dating experience was like 14.
oh wow,
Just
mine was
awkward as all
12.
hell.
Yeah.
And then
Don't date in
had,
school.
like-
Don't do it. Just a sidebar. Don't date in school. Don't do it. It's not a good idea.
Look, if you date in school, you date in school. If you don't, trust me, you're not missing out on much.
You are not. You are not. You should not date in school. That's my. You guys have dating experience. Listen, it's not. I mean, it's beneficial for you to understand how to be a person in a relationship, right? Experience is good because you can learn how to talk to somebody and how to interact with somebody and how to care about someone else's feelings. And you do learn a lot about what your own flaws are, because I had a lot of flaws when I was early dating, and I've learned how to be better from them. But honestly, ideal time to be dating would probably be university. Maybe, even then, maybe. Because, like, you gotta be a person, man. You gotta learn who you are. You have to know what, like, your interests are and what you want to be treated like and how you don't want to be treated and what your boundaries are and what your, like, you know, how much effort you want to tolerate or not tolerate. Like, that's like really important to learn about. And I know you can't learn some of those things without having some experience, but at the same time, you should also not feel like you have to date, you know? Yeah, can't confirm, don't do it. Yeah, don't drop out of school. No, don't date in school, yes. I mean, you can drop out if you want to. I'm not gonna lie. If you think that school's wasting your time and you hate it, I'm not gonna be like, oh, force yourself to go to school, you know? That's not fair. I think for a lot of people, it's not a good system for them, and I think it's reasonable if you can't deal with school. But as long as at least finish high school if you can. At the very least, try to. But, you know, if it's not for you, it's not for you. I don't think it's, you know.
All right, we got any more questions that you lined up?
Oh, I do, but, like, at the same time, we have,
All
okay,
right, rapid
I got
fire.
this one.
Rapid
I got
fire.
this one. Okay. Do you think people need to be more harsh to their viewers?
Yes. Next one.
Okay.
No elaboration.
Okay, just yes. Okay. Do you
Yes.
think VTubers have more or less boundaries than IRL streamers?
No, I think VTubers have less boundaries. I think they think that having their face not being shown allows them to get away or be way more like sexual with their words and be more lewd and all that type of stuff. There's an entire category of lewd tubers that came up. I think the idea of being anonymized lets you have less boundaries with chatters and everyone else around you.
Yeah.
And that's chill, except for the fact that like you're also talking to people you collab with, and that's weird. And and then they treat the person you as with less boundaries as well.
Yeah. It's good to assert boundaries in general. I think in anything, especially with streaming as well, but like you just need to be able to be like, hey, this is not cool. I don't like this. And that's fine. It's not a bad thing to not like something.
I think because facecam streamers show their face, they have to like also have an air, like have a bit of cautiousness about what they say about themselves.
Well, also because like Emiru had that whole assault that happened. Like people just will push past boundaries like with no thought at all because they know who someone is and they'll like I like you or whatever, and it's crazy. It's crazy.
Yeah. No.
It's wild. I don't know. I think as someone like I do firmly think I don't like that, and I think people in general just need to be like, hey, I'm not okay with this, and that's fine. Like I think if someone cares about you, i.e. with like maybe a friend or a partner or in a sense like Twitch chat, if they don't like the boundary you put up, they can also leave, and that's fine. That's reasonable. If they like you and they care about you and they want to hang out in your streams or want to be your friend or want to be your partner, they'll still they will abide by your boundaries because that's what a person does. So like, you gotta, if you have an environment for your streaming's like life that you want to have, like you want to curate a specific energy, and you set a boundary and people leave, that's fine. And you can't expect them to stay if they don't want to stay, and that's also okay. Like you should put your self-comfort above everything else, basically, when it comes to like anything in your life. So, yeah.
All right. Let's keep it going.
I don't have any more. I went through them.
Is that it? Oh, I should have given the other one more.
Yeah.
Okay.
We were pretty good on time in terms of questions and talking, so like I wasn't super worried.
God.
Yeah, we did pretty well.
I love that.
Yeah.
I did.
Even with our side tangents.
I hope your next guest sucks compared to me.
Oh, okay. Okay. I see. Okay. Question for you both. Okay, yeah. Give us a question. What's the question? Yeah. I'm a people pleaser. I'll change how I act to be friends with people. It makes me feel fake though. That's fair. I think at some point though, what is the whole sense like people pleasers are rarely pleasing anybody because they're like they're concerned about someone else but they don't really care at all, and then you're just suffering because you're trying to help somebody else who doesn't actually care. So then it just ends up like no one's happy. There's no net positive in it really. So I don't know.
Another thing about people pleasers is you got to think about it like this: are you actually like actively changing yourself, or are you just expressing yourself
also
differently
true yeah
people? Like for me, I will act differently towards certain friends than others, but that's not because I'm fake like faking a personality. It's I'm straight up just I understand like, oh, I'm not gonna act the same way at work as I would with certain
it's like
friends.
Code switching, but not really. But like
it's code, and it's like not like I'm being fake. I'm not my real self.
You're just different.
I'm just like a different aspect of myself, essentially. And you gotta be more comfortable with that.
Yeah.
What's something you guys did to keep going when you got nothing?
Also, thank you for following.
Look, that question ends up just coming out to self, like you have to be, what's it called? Self-validating. That's just not a thing you can, and it's hard. You gotta fake it till you make it, all that stuff. And there's no easy answer. It's pretty simple. It's like, oh, what do you do when you don't have any motivation to do something? You do it still.
Yeah.
Nothing else. And like saying I can't fake it because I'm honest is also stupid. Like, what are you gonna do?
I think it's
do it then.
I think it's more like finding different ways to frame things for yourself. I feel. For myself, like it's like if I don't like something, if I'm like frustrated or like whatever, I like to like reorient myself or frame things for my brain. So like a lot of times, it's like redirecting or shifting focus or like reframing things for me. So like redirecting would be like, oh, okay, you know what? If I'm like not interested in doing this one thing, I will do something else that's like more fun for me that I actually will enjoy, and then I can still feel like I'm doing things and I'm being someone and I'm being productive and I'm being a person in society, but not feel like I'm forced something. If I feel like upset or sad about things, or I feel like I'm really like lonely or depressed, I will reframe things in my brain to make it feel a little bit different. I'm like, okay, cool, like let me see what I can spit on this to like feel more like not sad about things. And then oftentimes I will just like try to like focus my attention on other things that make me happy instead, and things that give me motivation and desire to do stuff. So that's like for me, I just like, it's a lot of like just kind of finding different things to like distract myself with, which is kind of bad, but it is like, for me, that's how I do. I like focus on work. I find things that I want to do or not want to do or whatever, and that's like how I tend to keep pushing myself forward to doing things. At least personally, that's how I feel. I'm like, I just have to. I just gotta like find something else to focus on, and then at some point you'll get out of that slump.
I also like, in general, I don't like the question of like that stuff in general.
Yeah.
Because most of the time it's not like a constructive question. It's a very blank question. It's a very please just fix it for me question, where if the answer isn't very simple, it doesn't really help. It's a question that you shouldn't be asking two dweebs on the internet, to be honest.
So fair.
It's a question where it's just like, hey, if you don't have anyone, that sucks. But also in real life, you probably do. You're just probably not comfortable with it. And you got to get out of that comfort zone. You do got to get out of that comfort zone. And you got to go tell Sky, hey, Sky, I think I love you, frowny face. Because if I could do that and be shamed on person, you could tell someone who cares about you in person that you're struggling.
Yeah.
And you know what? After that, it's up to you to fix it. It's not, you can't just be asking streamers stuff like that and being like, the streamers will have the answers. What we have the answers for is where the Hollow Knight
Kazuo just sent me, hey Sky, I think I love you, and then a frowny face.
Yes.
Oh, it's so funny. Oh, it's so funny. Oh, it's so silly. It's truly like what a good concept here. Oh man, okay. We have like 2 minutes, so that was good. Thank you for spending time with me talking about relationship stuff and also streaming and friendships and stuff. What's your WPM? What?
What's your words per minute? Mine.
My words about
low.
like 80
It's
to 100,
47.
I think. What?
I suck at typing.
Oh my god, what? Whoa.
Yeah.
My goodness, mine's like 80 to 100, I believe.
No, mine should be 80 or something.
Yeah.
I suck at typing.
Secretary Bonnie naturally good at typing. Dang, wow. I type a lot. I read and type very quickly. Those are both like, when I was younger, my parents once tested me for reading speed, and they're like, that's not good. That's like crazy. Like, you're insane. And then they had to do a comprehension test, and I fully passed it. So they're like, okay, so you're reading and understanding, and that's crazy. I'm like, yeah. Like, I read and I type relatively fast.
You know that, like, oh, this person read this book faster than anyone else? I was like, and you ever see the video where he's just like, he flips through the book? I'm like, he's not reading it. I don't believe him. That's how I feel when someone's like, I read fast. I'm like, I don't believe you.
How
can you prove to me you read fast?
To be fair, for me, it's more like, it's directly correlated to interest. Like, it has to be like, if I like the thing, then like, yeah, I'll read it, and I'll read it fast. And that'll be, like, that's fine. If I don't care for it, it'll take me like an hour to read a paragraph because I don't care about it, and that's just life. That's just how it is. That's how it is sometimes. But yeah. Okay, yay! Yippee! You're my first guest. How do you feel? Yay!
I think you're an excellent host. I just think the only problem with, I've been bullied this whole time. First you have purple cakes, then you have
yeah.
Then you have my deep dark secret.
Can we keep him? Yeah, we can keep him. We can keep him.
Of me secretly confessing my deep dark feelings for you.
We can keep
Only
him.
for you to fry your face.
We can keep him. I put him right here. He's right there.
Man.
Don't talk to me or my son ever again.
Man. I'm just Scrungle.
Yeah, you're a little creature. Yeah, we're keeping him. Okay. Well, thank you for hanging out with me and spending some time together. It was very, very fun to talk and chat. I love talking. If you couldn't tell, we both love yapping. So that was fun. I enjoyed it very much. Are you streaming this week or next week? Let me give you a little shout out.
I will be streaming tomorrow more Pokemon Legends ZA. If you want to see how much farther ZA you can get, go on my stream, because I don't know how far Sky is.
I'm very early on. You can't. I'm sorry. You can't hit that time. I'm sorry. You love hopping crazy. I know. Unheard of. All right. Well, I'm gonna say goodbye to stream. Thank you guys for hanging out with me. I will be streaming on Tuesday, probably Pokemon. Citricos is streaming tomorrow, Pokemon as well, so that's great. So thank you for spending time with us. I'm gonna go ahead and send you guys the ending screen. Thank you guys again. And also, thank you for spending time with me. See you later. Bye.